but just like
I'll pass out.
But no,
Sucking
it's
7 wieners.
I can't hear you guys, by the way, so I don't know.
You can't hear anything?
I can't. Wait, can I hear myself?
Is the volume?
Is that changing it?
No, still can't hear you guys.
Check.
Might check 1 2 1 2, and I'm smoking PCP.
He's saying that he can't hear y'all. Check. Are we actually live?
Yeah. Can I hear myself?
Oh my God, that's so loud. What are you doing?
Oh, that was yours. My bad.
Oh wait, is this one mine? 3?
Check. Okay, now that feels normal.
I turned yours.
He turned mine up. He turned mine up so loud that it burnt a hole in my fucking head. Holy shit.
Oh shit.
I feel like I have the right cologne now.
Wait,
I get the approval like that. You come in like that?
Bro, let me tell everybody out there, there's something very important that you need to know. Number 1, I take my shirt off and all the hoes stop breathing because it's after Christmas and I got fat as fuck over Christmas break. Number 2, AD smells like a gallon of pussy
I don't smell
right
like no
now.
gallon.
No, he
of
smells
pussy?
like a gallon of pussy getting right now. You smell like the situation from Jersey Shore probably smells.
It was only
like
3
before
squirts.
the club.
Okay, so yeah, give me your cologne. How
No,
do
I'm
you
not
do
gonna
it?
do
What
that.
do you do? You squirt on the wrist and the other
All right,
wrist?
look,
You rub
let
it
me
behind
give
your
you.
neck?
Let me give you the little. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got a new female, you want to meet and shit like that. You put some on the fingers, right? And you touch your temples.
Right.
Damn, you going deep with it.
I was taught it gets in your glands and it makes your whole body smell good and shit like that. But I didn't do that today to come around you motherfuckers.
You just put it on today because you're just getting fresh in general?
It's this new cologne. I said, let me bust it out and let me see how it smells. I said, it smells good. When I walked in, Adam was like, what is that smell?
But are you going to be out doing fresh activities after
Today?
this? Are you
Nah,
going
I'm
to go
chilling.
like hit like the late night mall scene or some shit? Or hit
Late
the,
night mall scene? I actually,
roller rink?
I actually left here last
roller
week
rink.
and hurry up and went to Macy's for the close.
Have you
I
ever
was happy.
done some flash shit at a roller rink? Either of you guys?
Hell yeah.
Word on
fucks with
Wheels.
it?
At the skating rink?
RIP Word on Wheels, man. You saw that?
But let me tell you a story about Ward on Wheels. bro.
You probably got plenty of them.
What is
No,
it?
no, no,
Is
no.
it World
World
on
on
Wheels.
Wheels.
So my guest last week on At the End of the Day, if you didn't see a Sincere show, he teamed up with the old owner of this club called Playhouse in LA.
Yeah.
He actually bought World on Wheels.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, so World on Wheels
It's
and
coming back?
bro. No. I'm talking about before when they bought it back because it was shut down for so long. You know what I mean? He bought it back, and they had Jay-Z, Beyonce in there. They even had Usher's birthday party in there.
They had me in there.
Can we confirm that
kid?
Jay-Z was on skates?
I don't know if he was on skates.
That would be a meme like when he was on the jet ski.
Yeah, facts. That would be.
Yeah, and shout out to my who else partnered with them? What's my dog name? Well, anyways, they started having problems with shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And they called you in to govern.
Not
and to
no
beat
wait
the shit out of someone
not
and throw
no
him in the river.
Not no gangbang shit, but the guy. Shout out to my brother BK Rube. That's who partnered up with him. BK Rube. The other owner hit me up, was like, hey man, they having some problems over there. He asked me, did I have like some extra change on me or something like that? So I get a nigga $4,000. He says he's gonna give it back in 2 weeks. I'm like, the nigga been giving me bottles at Playhouse for fucking years, every fucking week
And he
and shit
ran
like
off
that.
on you?
Damn near ran off. I'm like, this is my homeboy. I'm like, you know, he was a white man.
How
That
long
was
do you
cool
have to
with me.
try to get it back? Or
Wait,
did
hold
you
on,
ever
wait.
get it back?
Let me just pause and say that he asked you, did you have some change, and that equaled $4,000.
I mean, compared to a business and
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like that, I
okay.
was like, I could give you like 4 bands, cause bro, I'm talking about every time I go to the club, he would give me fucking bottles and shit like that.
right.
He looked out for me.
You felt like you owed it back to him.
Not that I owed them, but I'm like,
Yeah.
if you need some help, if I can help you in any way, I'm gonna give it to you.
Did he try to use the fact that he had given you free bottles of
No,
vodka at the
I-
club mad times to sort of like be like,
hope
oh, you owe me something, and
Nah.
you therefore need to give me $4,000?
Nah, I sent the money, and then I'm like, okay, 2 weeks go by, I'm not tripping. 3 weeks go by, 4 weeks go by, and
You
now
bring
I'm-
it up?
Huh?
You bring it up?
I was trying to hit him. He just kept telling me like, "Oh, I'm gonna hit you back. I'm in a meeting and everything."
He probably
like,
thought you were hounding him over the $4,000.
Nah, I wouldn't even know how. Because my thing is too is like, you know what type of nigga I am. So
No, that's a fact.
like,
No,
why,
I'm saying-
why would somebody willingly play with me?
But how long did it go,
Yeah.
and how far did you have to take it in your collection efforts?
I called BK Rube. You know, shout out to BK Rube. I'm like, hey man, I'm like, you know, this guy, blah blah blah. He was like, oh man, he been doing that to a lot of people. I guess he was just going through some shit. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, but I called my bank. I dispute that motherfucker. They sent me my chili back.
Did they really?
Yeah.
So, but I still feel like you need to go get it from him.
directly.
Even if you do get it from the bank.
But then it goes back to like, damn, bro, you didn't gave me like, you probably gave me like 40,000 worth of bottles in the club for free.
40,000.
And tables.
That's a lot of bottles.
I mean,
many years of bottles.
Wait.
That's really.
You're
if you
talking
think
about
it,
every Thursday and Saturday, my nigga. I was in Playhouse, bro, and they let me do what I wanted.
And think about it. Those sections are what, like fucking $10,000
At least $2,500 to $3,000 a night.
I don't know if it was Playhouse. I forget what club it was, but there was one year when me and Lena first started seeing each other, and I think it was my birthday, or maybe it was her birthday, and I got a section at the club, couple bottles. It was like 5,000.
That's that LA standard.
And what was really fucking annoying is that there was this one dude who was fucking annoying in the first place and actually did some creep shit to a girl that I'm friends with that night. And I never really wanted to be around him after that. He was fucking weird. He fucking took this, they were like drunk as fuck, but he like grabs this girl that we were with in the hall and just says to her like, I want to eat your pussy.
That's very
Wait,
creepy.
was this at your birthday at the mansion?
No, it was the year before that, or like a couple years before that. But I mean, I just remember we paid that for the club, and like when I was like fucking paying it, like looking at my credit card statement and shit, and I'm like, 5,000.
And you know
How many
what?
bottles did y'all have?
Wait a
Like a
minute.
couple. But then that dude that I'm saying that he said like I want to eat your pussy, that dude ordered another bottle on my tab, and I didn't really realize it because I'm drunk as shit. And then Lena like points it out later, and I'm like, oh, whatever. It's like a $700 bottle.
That's a fade right there.
That's a fade. You got that's at least like press worthy.
But you 5,000 is nothing compared to like I've seen some
spinning.
NFL players come in there. They spent 25 that night. Just 25.
But like for what?
I can't support
My
it.
nigga is just
I feel bad if I spend like $400 on like.
If
stupid
you're
shit.
getting enough money that there is a day in your life where you can spend $25,000 in the club, that's cool. But I just want you to think about the fact that there will be a day in your life in which you are not going to have $25,000 to fucking throw around
unless
like
you're
that.
Shaquille O'Neal.
And I just don't think it's worth it. That's me personally. But
Unless
you know
you're
what?
Shaq.
You know what is worth it? FashionNova.com, amazing website that has nothing to do with going to the club, but it's a great place
Yes, it
to
does,
get
because you-
drippy.
because
you
you
can
wanna
wear
go-
it to the club.
Get drippy, then go to the club.
He bust that one out fast.
That was
Pause.
amazing.
Well, I just remembered at the last minute that this podcast is sponsored by our boys over at Fashion Nova.
Please forgive me.
boys and
men
girls.
and women, really, and even probably some trans people. So shout
Fashion
out
Nova
to
Curve.
Fashion Nova Trans coming soon. Fashion Nova, basically, I stay decked out at all times. That's all you need to know.
Who's this your homie?
90% off.
90?
90.
Allegedly
They might
90%
as well
off.
just give it to us for free at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
They need to
might
forgive
fuck
me for Christmas.
Forgive
We'll start
you.
off. We'll start.
On the first day
we'll
of
start-
Christmas, AD gave to me.
You need to go
a
to
post on
Santa.
IG.
He's gonna go to Santa and say,
post on
"I need
IG.
forgiveness for Fashion Nova." No, if you sit on Santa's lap and you ask for Fashion Nova, it's all
I'm
good.
not sitting on no Santa's lap.
You aren't.
No.
Have you seen the COVID-safe Santas where they have the glass wall
That's
in
so
front of Santa and the kids
stupid.
sit in front of Santa and take a photo like that?
That
so
is dumb. Quarantine Santa.
Hey man,
That's
this
the
is
stupidest
these
thing
are
I
the
ever heard
times
in
that
my
we
fucking
live
What you
in.
doing?
What up?
Oh, I know. Hey,
My
How you
nigga
living?
Paulo in the
hey,
building.
I didn't see Cuz first. I'm like,
You like, who is this?
I was like, I'm about to, all right. Yeah, all right. I'm trying to sign. I'm saying, I'm waiting for somebody to say hi, Cuz. I'm like,
Y'all can post on the couch if you want.
AD sees a black guy that he's not immediately familiar with, and he's like, "Uh-oh, what's going down?"
He had red on.
There's a baby in the house. Oh my god. It's a cute little mixed baby. Oh my god, look at
Cute
that.
little mixed baby.
Well, I mean, my baby's like so unbelievably white that it's like I gotta think about it when I look at her. Like,
Yeah,
wow, you
of
are white
course.
as hell with your little white ass.
You're out of pocket.
I'm just saying that's like what I look at. I think about that when I look at my baby.
I don't
Sometimes.
think AD looks at his baby as like, damn, you're black. You're a black.
I
dude.
mean, I have
do you?
I have two black baby mamas.
Yeah,
so,
right, so-
I mean, unless
How do you feel about it?
unless a motherfucker come out Chinese and then I got someone has some explaining to
Have
do.
you, if your baby came out looking like Pharrell, are you gonna be pissed? And what are you gonna do
Like
about it?
Pharrell.
Yeah.
It depends.
Pharrell's black.
It depends on the pigment of the baby mother. Now, if my baby come out looking like you have some explaining to do.
And that's what I'm saying. Well, my baby came out looking like unbelievably like me, like super crazy blue eyes. So
You lucky.
I'm excited. It looks just like me.
I think I'm next on the list, but I don't got no like good prospects.
Maybe
right
this
now.
weekend.
Of being a dad.
I don't got no.
You gotta start with the
Look
girl.
at the smile. Look at
That's
the
what
smile.
I'm saying. Like I don't
Maybe
got,
this weekend. Maybe this weekend.
Nah, look.
Maybe
Like
the rubber will break this weekend.
she's out. Never mind. I was about to expose myself because she was
No
already
rubbers.
talking. She was already talking some crazy shit about
No rubbers.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. I'm
That's
like,
your policy?
No, that's not my policy. You know what's funny? I just wrote this shit on a.
Do I want to lock that one in? Like, not really.
Oh, never went. This kid is hooting.
That was
and
a
hollering
sign right there. No.
That's what your life is going to be like once you have a child.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So okay, wait. Like I think that you need to worry about the girl thing
Yeah.
before you get wrapped up into the baby thing.
Man, just know I thought I was on the track of having something serious, and then this girl was like, "Man, I'm not trying to be serious like that right now. Focused on work and da da da."
That's what she said. I'm focused on
Not
work.
this girl, another girl. I was like, God damn.
But did you take it like she was telling the truth, or she was just like,
Honestly, I really did take it like she was telling the truth. I'm gonna be honest.
if she was smart?
Yeah.
You seen the shoes? You need to stick around.
Do we buy a little girl when girls say shit like that?
No,
'Cause
no,
I feel
no.
like
No,
yeah,
listen.
You could be focused on your work.
No,
but
listen.
I don't really see it.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm the type of nigga, bro. Like, if I really fuck with the girl on a level like that, I'm gonna be fully focused on whatever the fuck she got going on, hanging out with her, spending time with her, and I'm gonna be derailed from like whatever the fuck I got going on. So
So you don't need to.
that's what I'm saying. Like, and I kind of respect her for saying that, and we've been hanging out ever since. Everything's still been.
Cash moves everything around me.
I don't think I could be. I don't think I could be happy with a girl who like wants to work 80 hours a week and is trying to be like this mega professional, but then
Yeah,
she's
she-
like doesn't have time in her life to like open up a little bit. Which is now that I have a kid, it kind of like like you have like your social life, your fucking going out life.
Thank you.
The baby says no again.
Yeah, she was like,
ain't
no.
fucking-
There you go. No.
When you bringing your baby?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I
I've
just
been
brought my
thinking
son
about it.
here, so that was
Yeah,
dope.
exactly.
Yeah, but his kid is 2.
No, he's not. He's almost 2.
He's almost 2, but when he comes in here, it's like
He's just chilling.
he's just breaking shit. He's just looking for something to smash.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like he's combined with the fact that he can like pick things up and do things, and that he's like 2, so he has no semblance of what is appropriate or what's okay. Like,
Yeah, of course
To
not.
put it into perspective, he walks in. There's a bag of like a half a bag of chips sitting on
Yeah.
the couch, and he just picks it up and dumps it right out.
Yeah.
pours it on the table immediately.
Welcome to the life of a kid.
It made such a big mess on the table, but it was like nothing to him.
Yeah, of course.
And that really, like, when I saw that, that really helped me like prepare mentally of like, wow, I got a lot.
Oh, bro, you got to lock
I got a
cabinets,
lot.
everything.
Yeah.
Like even if I take like get a new shirt and I open it, I can't leave the plastic on the bed
Why?
because it's just like,
He'll
oh,
put it over his mouth. And
he may
fucking
put it over his
suffocate.
mouth.
But
They
is-
put it over his whole head.
would you be worried about that if your girl hadn't told you that that is something to be worried about?
No, I was a parent. I've been a parent since I was 19.
But so you're worried about the kid killing himself.
I'm worried about
It's not
everything.
like her telling. You're worried about her yelling at you for putting the kid's life at risk.
But no, because I've been doing this parenting thing longer.
Yeah, so you legit are like, more, and you legit are like, oh, fuck.
I raised a daughter in Compton. I got her out. We in the we in the valley now.
Did you have Compton concerns with that child?
Hell
Compton
yeah.
concerns.
Because like my daughter would want to go outside to ride her scooter or her bike, and I literally couldn't. If I had to watch her, I couldn't let her, be outside. You know what I'm saying? Because
Or you couldn't be outside with her.
no, niggas, like it could be the wrong time of day. Somebody come spray my shit up.
She never saw any lit shit, did she?
No, hell no.
good.
Bro, my fucking heart would break if my fucking kid say anything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's bad enough, man. Like motherfuckers at school will be like, your dad's a gangster, or
Right.
like, you know what I mean? Because
Or
she
me-
don't see that
Me
shit.
telling her.
Yeah, you.
I messaged her on Facebook.
What
So
do
your
you
dad
mean?
is a gangster.
No, no,
I was like, huh?
I messaged her on
that's
Roblox.
a fade. I have to come in here.
I'm like, why he
now
let?
that's a fade.
I'm like, why are you letting this man have access to
Hell
your
no.
child?
He had. I'm about to say he already did strike number 1,
Which is what?
Sending a fucking dick pic of Tiger.
Oh, yeah,
that was strike number 1.
that might have been my final straw at this point.
Nah, it did look like a straw. That's a good thing to compare it to for sure. Yeah, it was the final straw.
Oh, because you wanted to suck it. That's why.
No, just because it was like kind of like had a straw type vibe to it.
I don't care.
A little crinkly.
I don't care.
I wish my dick was like a straw where I could just sort of like.
I wish I
and,
can
like,
unsee what you sent me.
This is your homie, right?
He's cool.
Hey, dude, R.I.P. Block Boy.
How do you? I was about to bring that up. How do you know who that is?
What do you
I
say?
said-
What do you say? We the takers?
I sent it. I
We the
sent it to
takers?
him.
It's the fucking takers.
I
Nick.
sent,
fucking takers.
I
Rest
sent
in
it to him.
peace,
I sent it to
man.
him.
You sent it to him?
No, I've
'Cause-
seen it on LA Hood Media.
Who told you about LA Hood Media?
Yeah, right. Like,
Right.
okay. Wait. So for the people that at home that have no idea what we're talking about, we are not referring to Blockboy JB.
I'm about to say.
alive and well.
He is alive and well.
Hey, I was like
alive
this.
and
Yeah, you're like, no, one more dead crib, no. No, it's a very different Block
well.
Boy.
It's very different Blockboy.
2 C's.
Let's just say that he
And a
was.
K.
Don't say that,
And a-
nigga. That's dissing my shit.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. It's BLO.
Stop it. You ain't got to do that.
CCK.
No, don't. I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm leaving.
no.
I'm leaving. I'm out.
Because you know CC Compton Crib. Come on.
Don't do
Like,
that, man.
come
God
on.
damn.
I can't even spell.
No.
He
Wow,
spelled it like
man.
that for a reason, obviously. Adam,
Okay.
get it together, Adam.
Well, I'm not going to talk about what I had for dinner last night either. What seafood I had for dinner last night.
Whose homie is this?
Let's just say it came in cake form.
Huh?
Okay,
What
I'm
do you mean?
going
What do you mean
to
it
teach
came
you
in
something
cake
that
form?
we say. You know what I mean?
It was seafood, but it was formed into a cake.
So
Why
whenever,
was it
wait a minute,
seafood
wait a
cake?
minute.
He's
wait a
totally
minute.
in the dark about
You're
this
in the
still.
dark.
I don't know. I can't tell you because that
Whenever,
would kill the whole
whenever
thing.
I go to a restaurant that has seafood, right?
To say Crip legs.
That's thank you, Housephone.
I don't got to be a Crip to know
Crip
that.
leg.
Thank you. Housephone knows.
And they're probably
man.
like, huh?
Yes.
think
And
they'd
I'll
be
be like
mad
this.
at
They're
me?
like, what legs? I'm like, these legs, and I point to it.
Yeah.
And they say, oh.
To be fair, I always get the Crip cakes.
That's it. You got it now.
Oh, in cake form. Okay. It took me that long. I thought you meant an actual cake.
It's
I'm
kind
like,
of a
You thought he had
stretch.
a seafood cake?
It's kind of a stretch to think that the Crip cake is actually in any way like
Yeah,
a cake.
like, I was
besides
like-
the fact that it's
Like, I go-
formed into one, I guess.
I like going to Joe's Crib Shack.
There's no frosting.
Getting the barbecue crib. Come on.
Do you know what I got?
You know what I he said.
Do you know what I got? You know the burrito place that we always order from, the steak and shrimp
Yeah,
burrito?
that you obsessed with now?
Yes.
We got to put Housephone on that
I've,
shit.
I've
me
only
on.
had it twice, and I think you were right.
was there.
Don't get it every week because you'll burn it out. But
That's
the
any with
other day
anything.
we ordered breakfast from there.
I told you about the breakfast burrito too, nigga.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well it was great. It was fantastic.
I told you about
it was
that too.
Wait. We never got to explain who Blockboy is, what his situation
Rest
was.
in peace, but continue.
I don't know about all that, but
He was wilding. He was going to people's hoods. Did you know about him while he was doing this madness?
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Because it's him and this other nigga.
Yeah, the other nigga.
I think he's in jail right now.
No, he was supposedly in jail. And then he put out a Blockboy diss like 5 seconds after he died.
For reals?
Yeah, like on his Instagram.
They had beef with each other.
He also DM'd me and was like, "Where you at? So I can come spit on you or some shit."
He
The
told
Spit
you
on
that?
you?
Who? Which one told you that?
other one, not the one that died.
Why, girl?
The second one that's about to die.
His homie.
The one that's next. They're not homies. They were beefing like
But
shit.
They were
is
beefing.
he in a gang? What was he with?
I think.
I don't know.
No. He was from Maparu for sure. That's what they were saying on like YouTube.
I don't know.
I was watching the YouTube videos. That's what they said.
I mean-
multiple sources said that, and he was claiming it on his Instagram.
I know some real mob power rules, and I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I don't know if they would be.
I feel like a lot of OG gang members, if they saw those videos of him wilding in people's neighborhoods and stuff, would
Nobody-
But he
maybe
wasn't
take
even.
issue with that.
But honestly though, like him compared to the other guy that he was.
No, the other
beefing
guy
with,
is
the other guy is
way-
way crazy.
He's
like,
way.
what's his name? I don't even know
I'm
about
not.
the
I'm
other
not
guy.
about to say this nigga name on here. Fuck that
I
nigga.
don't-
But
he want to spit on you.
I'm gonna spit on Cud with the Ruger. But anyway, listen.
That's right, house phone. Talk
Nah, but
your
listen,
shit.
nah.
Close my eyes at night, I dream
Yeah,
about murder.
Hey.
Close my eyes at night, I dream about murder. And I was gonna catch your body.
No, but listen, but it's crazy because this nigga got killed in Lakewood. So I'm
I know
like,
you gotta
That's the
really
most
fuck
random
up.
place.
If you get killed at the Lakewood Mall, then you really fucked up. They followed you all the way over there. Like
Yeah.
Lakewood is supposed to be a safe zone.
Nah,
It's not a
really.
safe zone.
Not
All
really.
right, fine, but Lakewood ain't really where it goes down at,
you'll
right?
get into some fights and shit at Lakewood.
Yeah, nah, but they.
Growing up, you get into
At the Panda Express.
no nigga in them Lakewood Mall.
That's
That's-
the
Yeah.
Panda
Let me-
Express
wait-
at the
wait
Lakewood
a minute.
Mall.
No, wait a minute. Let me give you some
I
background.
can't believe you brought that up. That's so crazy. I didn't think you were going to.
And-
R.I.P.
Carson Mall is the
Why are you
worst.
paying respect to him?
Hold on,
We
hold
the
on,
takers. I never even knew about it until this
Hold
shit.
on, House. Let me give him a little geography
Tell
lesson
me-
on LA.
Well,
all right.
the reason why I know a lot about Lakewood is because I spent so much of my time
In Long Beach.
You go to Lakewood, you hit the mall, you hit the Panda Express at the mall.
So listen,
The Panda Express.
in Compton, Watts, all Gardena, all
Long
the inner
Beach,
city,
all that
Long
shit.
Beach, Hawthorne, all that. Hawthorne, the closest mall that we have
Mm-hmm.
is Well, before they fixed up the Delamo Fashion
Yeah.
Center, they fixed it. Before they fixed it up,
Delamo's busting now.
It's
That's the way
busting
you
now.
said fashion
that's what it's
center.
called.
That's what it's
I
called.
The
know,
Carson
I know,
Mall
but-
was called the Carson Hall. Nobody wanted to go
That
there.
shit was lame as fuck.
Yeah. So
It's
Lakewood
only like
Mall,
IKEA and like Jamba Juice.
Exactly. So Lakewood Mall was the best mall to go to.
Yeah, especially
And
if
it
you're
was the
from one of those areas. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you would get people from the Long Beach side that were closer to Lakewood, but then you got the Compton kids, you got the Carson kids, you got the Watts kids, you got the Hawthorne kids, all going to this one mall, and motherfuckers is colliding. Because when movies come out, like I remember when You Got Served came out, niggas was getting socked in the middle of the motherfucking line, like, pow, 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 pow.
Bro,
That's
I
crazy
was
just
getting
because
bones to
Lakewood's a
ride.
nice area for the
It's a
most
very
part.
nice area
If
to
you
live.
you might be from like a worse area and you move to Lakewood, you think it's all good, and then instead the mall just gets to cracking.
Bro, I don't know if this is like past statute of limitations or whatever, but
Don't say nothing incriminating. to you.
no.
All
I
right.
will. I am, but I'm gonna leave names out, bro.
right.
Just know certain rap groups that was jerk crews back in the day used to have Delamo Mall cracking, like at the AMC, big ass rumbles and
I used to be up there fighting.
fights and
For
all
sure.
types of crazy
You got in
shit.
a fight at the Lakewood Mall?
This is a Delamo Mall now.
Lakewood, all
Oh
that.
my god, the Denny's right by Delamo. Oh,
My
it
nigga,
was
I'm
too-
banned. I'm banned
Same.
by the Denny's in Lakewood.
Yeah, I'm banned at the Denny's by Delamo.
I'm about to blow you guys' minds. Lakewood, home of America's first Denny's.
For real?
What?
Yes, it is.
I think
Well,
you- I think you
that's
just made
probably
that
the
up.
one.
Somebody hit Wikipedia.
Josh had to
Tell
Wikipedia.
them what I'm saying is a fact. Lakewood, Denny's, first in the country. Just have to make it clear to y'all.
But hey, but on some real shit though, I was justified from getting banned from the Denny's.
You took a poop in the middle of the
No.
Denny's? No.
It was some racist guys. Yes, bro. It was an act of racism. I could tell you, clear as day. Is that the one?
In 1953, Harold Butler and Richard Jazak opened the first Denny's in Lakewood, California.
Well, that's the
What
one.
the fuck?
That's one of the worst ones that you can go to, and
That's
I'm
the
banned
one that
from
I'm
there. Yeah. Let me tell you about this shit though. We're sitting down in fucking Denny's. It's like me and 6 or 7 of our homies and shit like that. We just chilling, minding our business, right? There's like an old white guy, and then it was 2 white people with him. The old guy had a little tank and all that shit, bro. He was like, he was on his way out.
a tank, like old
Like,
guy,
breathing,
can't breathe on his own.
like a breathing
So
tank.
he took his shirt off and people literally couldn't breathe
Stop,
anymore.
stop. Now, mind you, we right next to them, and I ain't gonna lie, we being real loud.
Just niggering it up a little bit.
Yeah, we was doing all that.
It's okay though. You're in public. You do whatever you want.
This big black guy walk up to us. He was like, "Hey, them people right over there are talking like racist stuff about y'all, but don't even trip. I'm about to handle it." This is like a big old older guy. You feel me? So we see him go over to the people, and bro, his girl starts yelling at them, "Don't you talk about them young boys like that." Now all of us looking, we like, all right, we get up now.
So a big ass black dude comes up to you
And said, like,
lets
"I'ma
you know
handle this
he's
shit."
gonna go talk to him.
yeah,
Okay.
but at this point now, we all up now.
y'all
right?
were y'all were like young.
Nigga, I was
This
like 16 or something like that.
But you were ready.
Bro, they talking racist shit. We chilling. We ain't worried about. You know what I'm saying? So
What kind of dudes were these? Just white guys?
they were like, they was kind of.
He
big,
said one
hefty
was
white
on a
guy.
breathing tube. So.
No,
that
that
guy was
got to
just
be like the
sitting there,
dad
right?
or something like that.
Oh, but he
I'm
was
thinking
at
it's
this
like
table.
he was at the table though at Denny's, bro. You feel me?
Okay.
And then,
You
bro,
ready to fire up the whole family at this point?
I was trying to be cool because I'm like, man, I got this old ass guy there. Before I
Nope.
can say anything,
Don't kill
my
grandpa.
homeboy throws the place. We throwing chairs and plates of food at him and shit like that. The old nigga did get hit a couple times though. It wasn't from me.
Could you imagine if he had a heart attack or somehow his breathing tank got disconnected and then one of you guys got charged with his death?
We
because
all
it
would have went to
happened?
fucking jail. In hindsight,
Yeah, y'all would all went to jail.
That would have been big for Lakewood.
he's dead now though. R.I.P. to him.
Oh, yeah.
How do you know that?
There ain't no way.
Yeah.
The way you're describing him, you don't last 10 more years with a
Nah,
breathing
that
tank.
nigga didn't look like he was gonna last another week.
Yeah.
God damn. And you hit him in the head with a plate.
I didn't hit him. Somebody hit him. But bro, we was throwing plates and chairs at him and shit.
AD,
The window
AD
fucking
ran
cracked.
into the kitchen and grabbed the moons over my ham and smashed it on the guy's
No,
head.
if I would have
Smacked
grabbed
him
the
in the
moves in Miami, I would have took it home and ate it because that's my favorite Denny's item.
You know what's crazy?
one. That's a good one.
You know what's crazy? I caused a scene in Denny's like that one time when I was also like 16, but just so I could get out of paying the bill.
I'm not mad at that.
You fought a random guy.
No, like I start like I was like,
you deck a nigga and run out.
I like ordered a sampler or something. They like only brought
man.
me marinara sauce, and I was like, "Where's my ranch?" And I like broke the whole tape.
Eat a couple parts of it and then freak
Yeah.
out and start smashing shit.
No,
Just
literally.
act like you have Tourette's so that like,
No, exactly.
Or if you punch somebody, then the last thing they're worrying about is you paying the check. They're worried about the person who got hit. So find the pussiest dude there who looks like he ain't gonna do nothing and punch him. Yell.
Why
and then run
punch
out.
a
Yo,
don't
kids.
punch a random
Because the
person.
goal, it's not about who you punch. It's about getting a free sampler, my brother.
No, run the fuck out, dine and dash.
For
Instead
me,
of
it's about the
assaulting
sampler.
someone.
It's about the sampler. Don't you think?
Listen, you know, I went to jail like that one time because I was already. And this fucked my trial up. I was already on probation for strong arm robbery.
What did you do?
That's a whole nother story. I was
The tails of phone.
Yeah. I was already on probation for that, right? I had to go to trial like fucking once a month. They already was like letting me out. I'm at Denny's with the homies. We're like, man, fuck that. This shit cold. Like they not serving us good. We about to just dine and dash, right? So they all being scary. I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna sit at the table. Y'all just go, and then I'm gonna meet y'all at the car, right? So once they start going out, the lady tried to stop me at the door, and like,
You gotta,
my nigga,
bitch, you gotta go.
No, I had a
But
heart.
do it
No. I had a heart, so I couldn't do it. I tried to like go underneath her, and I was like, man, I can't like strong arm this lady. Like I felt too bad. Right. So I kind of just like waited till she moved out of the way, and then I just left. And then by the time I got outside, my homies were gone.
Ooh.
Long gone in the car somewhere, nowhere to be found.
That's why you should have gave her the hit stick.
I should have given it.
Denny's lady got ran over by Housephone.
And then I proceeded to walk down the street, like back towards my house, and I got arrested because they came and found me.
They saw you on the street and got you.
Yep.
Fuck.
Because my friends left me, and I fought all them niggas.
That's the whole thing though. When you're a kid, that
But
you
they wasn't supposed. Wait, I mean, let me. Okay, hold on. Did they drive and leave you?
Yes, they drove.
Okay,
Like, they
that's a
got
fact, that's
in the
a
car and left.
That's a fake.
But that's the thing. When
And
you're a kid,
the homie lived down the street from the Denny, so I know like the homie who was driving probably just dropped the homie off and then just didn't come
I've
back.
had niggas leave. I had a homeboy leave me when I had a gun pointed to my head,
Oh, nah.
and my heart fucking dropped.
like you saw
what'd
him
you
drive
do?
away.
Bro, oh, this is crazy, bro. I just remember this shit. They had this party in Bellflower, you familiar with Bellflower?
I was just in Bell.
Okay. So
been to the library.
the library. They
I just got my hair dyed in
They had this
Bellflower.
party in Bellflower, and it was like at one of these little halls and shit like that. And then I fucking go there with my homeboy. He's fucking with this girl I know at the time. My first baby mama is there, but I wasn't fucking with her then.
Did you
feel
even
me?
know her back then?
We was cool, but I wasn't fucking with her. This kind of the reason how I started like fucking with her like that,
Really?
because of this incident. You feel me? I go to the party, and my homeboy, he just like, he's with the girl, and he forgets me. You know?
Taking this.
Take it.
We'll talk about that in a moment. No, put it back on the table so we talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, he low key for like just forgets me. You know what I mean? And while I'm in the party, there's a lot of niggas I know. You feel me? A lot of gang members and shit that I know. So I feel safe. You know what I mean? Now I'm on females and shit. I'm turning up. This nigga runs up to me. He like, hey, this nigga pulled a gun out on me. And I'm like, he put a gun out on you. I'm like, nah, I'm thinking this nigga tripping, whatever. He like, no, we gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. I'm like, huh? And he said the nigga by name. He said, bop, 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 pulled the gun out on me. So now the niggas that I know in the building, I'm like, hey, somebody pulled a gun out my people's room. They like, nigga, where you at? You feel me? Now I got like 7, 8 niggas looking for this one nigga in the party. You feel me? Everybody looking around. I'm looking around and shit like that. I'm looking for my homie I came with. He's not in the building. Like, I'm like, there's no way the nigga left that quick.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
The
saying?
same one that just came up to you.
The same one, bro.
Like,
He's
where the
not,
fuck did he go?
He's not in the building, bro. Like, I can't find the nigga.
I mean, I would have left too. A nigga put a gun on me.
No, you gonna leave me? It's the same shit.
Oh yeah.
Nigga, I rolled
Just
with you.
reveals himself as being just as bad a friend as
That's
what he
what
was
I'm
describing
saying.
earlier.
God damn, phone, I wouldn't leave you. Shit. But nah. So I walk outside by myself. You feel me? Now, in hindsight, I used to throw parties in LA in the hood called the Swans. You feel me? And the Swans used to fucking come to the party. And I know it's they hood, so I used to let them niggas come in for free. You feel me? So them niggas fucked with me. Every time I have a party, they wasn't tripping. They like, look, the nigga throwing the parties, he having them for free. So as I'm walking out the fucking party, I see like 4 to 5 niggas in the front. I'm like, all right, here this go. You feel me? I try to like low key go to the right so they wouldn't see me. Them niggas was like, hey. Nigga I turned around, the motherfucker had a gun like this. One nigga put the gun to my head, my nigga. Other nigga came, try to like touch my pockets and shit like that. I'm like, hey, no. He like, nah, what you got? What you got? I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it G, nigga. I'm like this, bro, gun to my head. I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing, G. He like, you sure? And as the niggas walking up, like, I'm still trying to move. He like, nigga, don't move, man. I'm gonna blow your fucking head off. And I'm like, and nigga, at the corner of my eye, I see my homeboy in the driver's seat just driving away. But I don't think he seen me, but I seen him driving away. I'm like,
You got the burner to your fucking head.
my nigga, my heart dropped, bro. I'm like, it's over now.
How'd you handle it though?
Let me tell you. I'm like, bro, now I'm like this. In my head, my heart dropped and shit like that. I swear to God. One of the niggas was like, hey, they're like the little nigga that be throwing parties in the hood. He like, I'm like, yeah, nigga, that's me. You feel me? They're like, oh, blood. Nah, you good. They're like, just go on, blood, go on. I'm like, all right, I'm gone, nigga. You feel me? I walk away, and then my first baby mama at the time, not at the time, but before I was fucking with her and her homeboys, they took me home. And I told Kiki, Kiki was trying to go on a rampage over the nigga that did that shit.
Really?
Oh, man, it was
Kiki?
bad. Kiki comes in here, my brother.
Kiki, a.k.a. Fonz, a.k.a. Fresh Out. How long did he just do?
He did like 3 years.
Fresh out.
Did a little 3 years, something like
3 years in the pen, something
Now he's
like.
out just raising hell. I met him at the Compton Cowboys thing, and he had a pound of weed, and yeah, he had so much swag that I was really a fan of him. And then there's your brother, right?
Yes, my brother. And that's just, but I'm just saying, like, you don't, man, that's an ugly sight.
Yeah. Hold on. Speaking of a pound of weed, I'm trying to do like a weed rehab thing where I just like only smoke weed and not do any other drugs. So if anybody wants to give me a weed sponsorship,
Me too.
DM me.
Me too.
You will just become a pothead? Like if somebody gives you weed,
No,
you'll just
I get
become
weed
a
off
pothead?
fucking day. Can somebody give me an alcohol sponsorship?
Oh no,
Please?
that's the wrong thing.
You don't need that.
Tequila, Hennessy, somebody.
If you're a part of that, if
Oh,
you're
I had to Bel Air
if you are a
box
brand
into the crib so
and
many
you
times.
give AD alcohol, then you are complicit in murder because he is currently
What about
drinking
champagne?
himself, wasting away. That's
How?
you would become a champagne addict for sure, don't you
Okay,
think?
champagne's not as bad.
It's pretty bad.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. So I got the box of Bel Air sent to my house, but it was not only 4 different types of Bel Air. It was like some other alcohol. Like it was like some.
Was
like,
it bamboo?
Yeah,
Lil
what-
Wayne shit?
What is it like? It's like
I
gin
know.
or something.
It's the bamboo? I don't know.
What
I
is
think
it?
it's rum. It's rum.
Yeah, it's rum.
I like that shit.
Bro, and that was like when my mom went to the hospital and she was like in the ICU. I didn't know what the fuck was about to happen. I literally drank that whole box of shit by myself.
Wait.
The whole box. Like I'm talking about all 4 of the Bel Airs and the bamboo and Xanax and the hella shit.
And then what? And then you just
I was
passed out
just-
face down on the ground
That
and woke
nigga,
up 2 days later.
that nigga went to Narnia. He was out of here.
Dead ass. You'd be in Narnia off that.
I mean, nothing happened. I didn't drink it in like one sitting, but like I said, like I drank it all by myself, maybe in one weekend.
I don't miss alcohol at all. You guys are tripping.
No,
It's great. Life without alcohol, I can't imagine going back.
Nigga, you just was drinking White Claws with us the other day.
Yeah, like 2.5.
Do we have any?
That's enough. That's enough for you, honestly.
We don't have White Claws, do we?
You know, if AD's gonna be here, we need to have the fridge stocked, guys.
This is crazy. I'm here all the time and I only drink on Wednesdays.
Bring-
And they say I'm just so crazy
Yeah, I
or
know.
something like that.
But I mean, AD is like a dumpster.
Whoa,
where
pull
he
that
will
out. Let's go.
consume, AD will
That's from last
consume whatever alcohol people give him, but he
need that.
won't ever like really go out of his way to get it. But then when I actually was in the streets with AD, I see him where he'll be like, "Ooh, I can go buy a bottle. Like the store is open and it will sell me alcohol, so I can go buy
Yes.
it." Haha.
4.
But you don't
Feel
think that
me.
here. You don't think that here so much
I don't think it nowhere.
because there's no liquor store around the corner.
Now, if we at a party right now, you know
Yeah.
what? You know what I think it is? I
That-
think it's music.
No, you know
Hit
what
the
it is?
Bevmo.
Adam
for sure.
Adam just revealed institutionalization of the hood of how they put liquor stores and all that shit to make it accessible
don't
to
live in
kill
the
the
hood,
black.
But who is they? There's a lot of people who want to buy alcohol in the hood, and like around here, people are probably like more okay with
Nigga,
like
everybody
driving.
wants
Yeah,
to
what do
buy
you mean?
alcohol.
Yeah, but people are also like people have cars out here. You couldn't really live out here if you didn't have a car. So it like people
My
it makes
nigga,
sense
they
that people
have
are willing
cars
to
in
go.
the hood too.
Yeah, what are you
But
talking
a
about?
large percentage of people
You think
don't
we got
have cars.
only horses?
But
Just
think
galloping.
about the point that he's trying to make. I'm just trying to. I don't really think that's true. Like, yes, there are a lot of liquor stores.
You don't think
in
that
the
there's
hood,
more liquor stores in the hood than there are in
the
other
liquor
places?
stores wouldn't be there unless the liquor stores were selling enough product to keep them in business.
No, yeah, for sure. But
I think originally they did that.
Who?
that's exactly what it was for.
The
They,
man.
you.
A liquor store. You don't know any white people that own liquor stores in the hood. It's all Korean motherfuckers and Indian dudes and
But
shit.
who is it being funded by? Who set it up? Who?
That's what
Them. There's no white guy
Them.
funding the Korean lady in the hood.
Is you, Adam?
It's a
you.
Korean
You
family.
did it. It was
They
the
own a liquor
government.
store. Why do they own a
The
liquor
government
store?
did it, Adam.
It's not a racist thing. They just want to
It
sell
is
the
racist.
shit
the
to people.
man.
They're trying to destroy the brown and the black and brown
You know,
community.
you're
Have
right,
you
though.
seen
Maybe
Don't Be a Menace? When
You
he
might
says,
be right.
The man.
I think I might open up a chain of liquor stores in the hood to
No,
give back.
no.
I'm going to give back.
No. You didn't made it. You
Yeah.
didn't took it a whole.
How is that? Why would that be looked down upon?
What do
To
you mean?
see a picture of you smiling
There's
like
no-
this?
I'm not going to do a picture of me.
Buy some Cavassier, everybody.
So you,
No,
can,
I'm gonna-
so you can sell Alizé and Newports.
Yes.
and
specifically.
they would definitely have a dedicated porn section in all the liquor
Oh
stores.
yeah,
Oh,
for
I love
sure.
that idea. Like a really well curated porn section. Oh, that's
Just
great.
like him and Lena.
No, we should
and
create
him.
an OnlyFans. Oh my god, I had the best idea. Okay, you know how back in the day people would go to the Jack Shack?
No.
Okay, listen, hear me out.
Are you talking about what Pee Wee Herman did?
Back at that, those were like a movie theater, like a pornographic movie theater. A
But this
Jack
is a-
Shack was like on the side of the highway. They would have a spot where you could go and
What?
you would pay like 50 cents or $1 or whatever, and it would be a booth, and you would go in and you would be able to see people fucking, and then you would just jerk off in your little booth. And then you would like, this is like a real thing that people used to do a lot. Like,
Is this
I-
in Narnia?
No, this is on the side of the fucking highway and like in all kinds of spots, like where you could either watch
But-
people having sex and jerk off in your little booth, everybody, all these little booths, or you would go in and there would be like a porno movie playing and you could watch the porno movie and jerk off in your little booth. It's called Jack Shack. I
Well,
don't
they
know
couldn't
how-
have that now. It's not COVID friendly now.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
No, it actually sounds pretty COVID friendly because
A Jack
you have
Shack?
your
Who's
own-
gonna clean it?
Well, that's going to
the
be
people who work
complicated.
there.
Well, that's actually why they have someone called the Jizz Mopper.
This is a crazy. This actually existed.
Jack Shacks.
In
They
like
still
nine-
exist
in
all
like
over the place. On the highway and
1940s,
shit. Bro, I'm
whenever
telling
you
it's
were
like a thing
around.
that's in a lot of like shitty strip clubs and shit will have the fucking Jack Shack. Anyway, all I'm saying is that what if we opened up a store and when you went in, we have posters on the wall of all the different girls, and then you pay X amount of dollars, and it's like our store is like a video store, but for OnlyFans, where like you could look at Riley Reid's OnlyFans for X amount of minutes.
But
and
why
then-
would I just look at Riley Reid's OnlyFans at home?
And then
Because then-
jack it and grab a fucking White Claw
We will
with
give
your
her
fucking cum
a,
fingers?
we'll give her a licensing fee. You could jerk off to her OnlyFans, and then she gets a percentage of the money that he's paying for every minute that he's
This
jerking
is
off in
all-
our OnlyFans Jack Shack.
I think the liquor
Why
won't
do-
even be there anymore.
Why
It'll
do-
just be the Jack Shack.
Why do
You
I
got a
need to
fucking
go?
speakeasy.
Why do I need to go to a designated place to jerk off when I could just jack off at the crib?
That's a good point. And that's really why the Jack Shacks aren't so popular
Like
anymore.
who wants
Like,
to get
who
wants
wants
to
to
get
be
a,
caught-
who wants
caught
to go to
coming
the
up?
liquor store? Who?
Oh, no,
Here's my Hennessy, and then they also have the Jack Shack.
Why do you think it's a liquor store? It's a Jack
you said
Shack.
a something.
he removed.
We could do a
He
combination.
removed the whole liquor store. Now it's just a jack off booth only.
You trying to bring Jack Shacks back in 2021?
If you really think about it, the phone has just fucked up like so many businesses when
Yeah.
it comes to beating off.
The phone?
People
it
used
comes
to
to
have to
beating.
go
Oh,
buy
I'm
a
talking about you,
magazine.
the phone.
No, well, he's fucking shit up too. But people used to have to go buy a magazine. People used to have to go buy a video, and now it's all right there. You just log in and like you could just jerk off anywhere. I've been
Everything is
jerking
free.
off for
Anywhere?
many months. My girlfriend hasn't been able to have sex with me for like 3 months.
That's
Anywhere-
understandable.
It's-
Probably
Just
not
go to
that long.
Twitter. Twitter has so much fucking porn on there.
If you're jerking off to Twitter, you're a low life.
Yeah, that's fucked. Yeah, that's fucked.
Well, I don't have it. Me or Housephone don't have a Twitter no more.
No, I think I definitely like like if some girl like has OnlyFans or something like on her Instagram and her Twitter is also there, I might click it to get a little preview. But I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go like finish the job on her Twitter.
Tweet.
Yeah. I don't think I ever finished the job to Twitter.
But see, that is the weird thing is that so many girls are basically giving you the whole enchilada on their Twitter. Like you're
Like-
not gonna see that much crazier on their OnlyFans, but they still sell
Nah,
a lot.
it be bitches posting full
Yes,
like
the
2
smart ones are only putting
20
segment.
seconds.
Yeah, but then like I feel like a lot of the girls who are thirsty and on the come up, they put all the crazy
I've
shit
seen
on their,
bitches put,
on their Twitter
full
to
2-minute
just to
videos
get
of
people
it.
to show up. Bro, okay, this is very important. Do you realize that there's a mass banning of different pop-in Instagram chicks going on right now? Trisha Paytas got banned. Fucking what's her name? Jem Wolfie, the Australian
Really?
white girl who would always be doing the crazy basketball shots. She is like allegedly the #1 OnlyFans girl. She at one point they were saying that she was making $30,000 a day on OnlyFans.
Booming.
I do not know if I believe that because that's like $1 million a month, which sounds insane.
Yeah.
But either way, she was gigantic. There's this girl, Julia Rose.
Her booty is gigantic. As
She
well.
has a nice ass, yes. But there's this girl, Julia Rose. She was like always kind of topless on Instagram and shit. Boom, she's banned. Like, and I think it all has to do with like showing nipples, like being too casual with showing nipples on the feed.
That's
and
what
then also,
I've been telling bitches that for 2 years.
they're changing the rules about the swipe ups and the OnlyFans. Like you're not supposed to do swipe ups to your
Oh,
pornographic OnlyFans anymore.
Yeah, so that means none of you bitches hit me up for OnlyFans promo. I'm not getting my fucking account deleted. Leave me alone.
But I'm not sure exactly what direction a lot of girls are going in, but I'm hearing that they're either doing swipe up to the link tree where they have like
Yeah,
the
that's-
Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans,
That's
etc.,
smart.
or swipe up to the Twitter, and then on the Twitter, the pinned tweet can be a fucking porno photo and
Yeah.
your OnlyFans link. So
you
like,
gotta find a way to maneuver it.
No, because I was thinking about. I put up a post, right, and all these girls from OnlyFans hit me up on my Twitter, and I was thinking about. I said,
On what Twitter, nigga? I thought you got deleted.
no, this before I got deleted.
I'm sorry, bro.
I was thinking about managing OnlyFans girls.
you should.
Well, I was thinking about it, and I had like 7 or 8 girls hit me up on Twitter that was busting it open.
But the question is what are you bringing to the situation?
Mm-hmm.
Because me and Lena have discussed doing this as well, and I think that like I can imagine how it would work from a business angle and like what we could bring to the table and stuff. The question is, what are you bringing to the table?
You know, that's why.
You know, I have
I
no
know
idea.
Adam. I know Adam and Linda.
Wait a minute. That's why when I talked to the porn star girl, I called you that one time. You know what I mean? Because I said, you know what? All that comes in my mind is me being a pimp, and I don't want to go
You don't
be
wanna be a
Gator or
pimp.
anything like that. You know
I
what I mean?
don't think your girl.
wanna
It's
be
not going to be
Gator.
good
You know
for your-
Gator? No, you remember Gator from what's the movie called?
Oh, I thought
He
you
said
meant.
Gator bitches better be wearing jimmies.
Oh, I thought you meant
With Will
Gator.
Ferrell
What do
and
you
what's it called?
Do you think you could successfully stay in a relationship and continue to be a dad and then also be managing OnlyFans girls on the side?
Yes.
There's a lot of people trying to get into this line of work. So any girl who's doing OnlyFans, I'm pretty sure that they're getting like a lot of interest in this regard.
Cash moves everything around me.
Cream.
Yes.
What happened?
I'm just trying to get the blunt.
Who cares? Relationship. Let's make some money.
Fuck these hoes.
That's what I'm saying. It's just I'm
in my bag right now. Fuck these bitches.
I need a porn like adjacent employee, like a person. Like if me and Lena were to start managing some girl, we really need like somebody to like help
hire-
manage them.
Yeah,
with
Yuri.
us,
Just
you
have
know?
Yuri do it.
We just have to bring somebody on. Yuri is so clueless. Imagine paying Yuri to deal with women.
How about Housephone?
His
Nah, I'm
his
good.
relationship with his girlfriend is basically the
I don't wanna
entirety
ruin-
of everything he's ever had
I
going
don't
on
want to
relationship
ruin
wise.
the potential, because I feel like girls look at me a certain way already. Like, oh my god, all you do is hang around with hoes and you fuck white bitches. And like
That's definitely the
and
part
so
of the
many,
problem, man.
so many girls, so many like fine women of color are just like you hang out with like
Fine women of color?
dusty. No, like they like you hang out with like dusty OnlyFans white bitches with like dirty Air Force Ones, and I'm just like,
So
excuse me.
That's what
they treat me better than you.
That's what's
Hell
like
no.
sucks, and it's like impossible to deal with as a single guy. Is that you want to attract like high end, high caliber females, but then you also want to fuck the scum of the earth, rancid ass girls because
But then
that's
at
just
some point
you're
you
a
have to-
guy. You want to dig in the trash can, but then you also want a queen. You know.
It's
I
like
agree.
it's like look, it's like you either have to balance like being really good at keeping them separate, or you have to you gotta sacrifice, you know?
The smartest guys are always the ones who hide everything that they have going on. They're fucking 80 different girls and they just never put it on the fucking story.
You
and
know
shit.
why? You know why I was like upset about that situation that I was telling y'all earlier is because I was like, I see this going somewhere, and I literally cut every random bitch off that I even like.
Never a good idea. Never a good idea.
I know.
I've done it a lot of times.
Hesh told me, he was like, bro, keep them all. Like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, nah, like this is the one.
I understand because you want to try.
Because
I've been there.
You
feel
feel me?
like, you know what? Let me try to do things the right way.
I'm like, let me try to do things the right way, and like,
I have no distractions.
I cut all the other girls off. It just took me like maybe a year and a half.
no. And you still did it. Y'all was fucking bitches together and all types of other shit.
But some girls I don't even count that.
Some girls gonna put their foot down and say it's either me or the hoes, and you gotta choose which one you want.
Nah, but like a bitch that's on a different type of level is not even gonna have to tell you that. She gonna just see what type of nigga you are and not even be like, psh, I'm off that. Like, you know?
That's real.
I'm not trying to fuck with these mid-tier bitches. Like, I'm on some other shit. You feel me? Because I need a bitch that's going the same direction that I'm going in. Not a bitch that I gotta pick up and drag up with me. You feel me?
That is
your
the
shit.
moment. That's the moment that you transcend in life, to be totally honest, is when you decide, because you have to think about women and the women that you choose to spend your time with as a reflection of what you think of yourself.
Yeah.
So I have to be honest with myself at the point I'm at in my life. When I was going to the club and like fucking whatever fucking random ass girl I would meet and shit like that, what was I really saying about how I viewed myself? I was saying that I didn't really think that highly of myself.
Yeah.
If I had actually done the thing where I didn't fuck any random ass girl that I met, and I waited for the most high quality girl that I could to come along and then pursue that relationship, that's a real reflection of the fact that you're trying to better yourself and make your life better.
Fact.
And that's why sometimes you will see a dude who maybe is not the most high quality dude, but he gets fine ass girls, is because, and I'm not trying to put this on Safari, but sometimes like I see girls on Twitter being like, "Oh, how can Safari get this girl and stuff?" I think it's because
Safari's a player.
Safari is very good at being in a relationship. But he finds a woman that he wants, and he really gives all of himself towards pursuing her. But that's really what you have to do if you want to get a dope ass girl that is not gonna
sit around. I don't want a girl that's gonna sit around and deal with like me bullshitting and
Me neither,
like,
bro. It's a turn off.
You feel me? So honestly, you know, I'm kicking it into gear, man. Honestly, I got a lot of shit with myself that I need to fix and I need to work on anyway. So it's like, I feel like it's just all motivation for me to just get my shit together.
What are your New Year's
Self-reflection is the best.
resolutions?
Ooh, let's
Do you
go.
have them? Because for me, and I'm trying to get into the hang of things right now, is to be very, very consistent with working out and being on meal prep, not eating motherfucking cupcakes. I ate so many goddamn cupcakes over
amazing.
Christmas break. That's my main number one thing. And also right now I'm kind of addicted to edibles, and I really need to chill because I'm kind of fucking myself up.
We're gonna have that bet. Who's gonna lose more weight?
Oh, we should do that with each other.
How much do you weigh?
I don't know.
I want to get body fat percentage readings on you.
All right.
And I also want to say that you're black, so this is not fair.
Huh?
I'm white.
Adam, you gotta just
We
stop
are
talking
not
sometimes.
natural athletes. We're not
What
born.
the fuck does that have
Look
to do
at him.
with
He's
anything?
he's like a fucking. He could be an NFL linebacker. He's just a little out of
Yeah,
shape.
but that doesn't mean that he could lose weight easier than you.
I think, yeah.
You wanna know why? I have the kryptonite.
I've seen it.
I have brown tequila. That's my kryptonite.
I
That's
have
what's gonna
seen
help you.
him get in shape extremely quickly,
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
can
a
do it.
little intimidated as a fucking pudgy, pasty white
if
guy.
I don't drink for 3 months and I just go to my classes and do what I do, it's lights out.
That'd be the same thing for you.
How much money would we actually have to bet in order for you to really be motivated? Because for me, even if it was like $1,000, I feel like I am very deeply committed to not giving you $1,000.
10 piece.
10,000?
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
no.
Wait.
I just told you somebody got paid $50,000 to lose weight.
50,000.
Yes.
Blasey and them did it for a couple thousand, I'm pretty sure. Like Blasey.
Nigga, you got it? A 10 piece?
10 piece.
Yeah, 10 pieces is kind of high, but honestly,
10 piece from
I think that
McDonald's,
I think that I'm broker than both of y'all, so I think I would go the hardest on trying to make.
For how much?
5 piece, 2 piece.
But wait. How long is the
It got to be like 3 months.
I'm very cheap. This conversation is making
Okay,
me think
3
about how
months.
cheap I am.
3 months for 5 G's, I'm cool. I'd rather drink and have fun. Keep it G. I can make that shit in a week.
I think it would be worth. See, I would feel guilty taking your money, knowing that you are going out and having a good time and living your life. Whereas me, I would be in the gym. I'd be like sitting around, going to bed early, hanging out with my kid. Like my whole life is sort of like designed around making it easy to lose weight. Whereas like I understand that you guys both are still going through your depression and you need to go out and party and whatnot.
I think AD is probably the least depressed person I've ever met in my whole life.
You don't think that the alcoholism is in some way a manifestation of you being
it's not
depressed?
because I don't feel like I have to have it. I have dumb bottles at the house. I don't touch them.
But yet you never go more than like 2 days without drinking.
That's because I'm always out. But if I don't go nowhere, I won't drink, bro. I will sit there and play PS5. I'm cool. I don't have to smoke. I don't have to drink.
I don't want to like be the kind of person who, now that I am sober, for the most, besides weed, I don't want to be the kind of like guy who is then like projecting on you guys that you need to change in order to be okay.
You do that to me every week. You're like, you need to get a girlfriend. You need to fucking
girlfriend. I think is a good idea.
You're like, you need to get a girlfriend. You need to have a baby. You need to be sober. I'm like, Adam, you were way wild, probably way wilder than me.
I think that's fucking depression. Just drinking.
Sober is way more important than being in a relationship or having a baby, or at least like
Or
having a healthy-ish relationship with drugs and alcohol, I would say, is like going to be the number one thing that's going to hold a lot of people back.
I agree with that.
Accomplishing what they could potentially do in their lives.
I don't feel liquor stops me at all because it's not a problem for me.
It's the ecstasy.
Nah. No, and my thing is too, like you said, I'm happy all the time because where I come from and what I've seen, I'm not even supposed to be here right now doing what I'm doing. So what do I have to be mad about during the day? You know what I mean?
I think
kids taken care of.
I believe
I'm making money. I live out the hood.
I believe that people can have a healthy relationship with alcohol. I just think that like most people who drink a lot
abuse it,
are at the very least teetering on that edge of healthy and not healthy.
I dread it. If I know I'm going out certain places, like right now, if you was like, hey, I got this party I want you to come to, and in my head, I'm like, I don't want to drink today. But it's like, I have to.
Do you ever hit the studio and not drink?
Yes, all the time.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. That's where it gets me too, where it's like, if I'm not in that mood, like, I won't even go out because I know I'm gonna be around motherfuckers breaking down coke. But I be around crazy motherfuckers.
Me
They
too.
breaking down coke.
Bro, you know how much coke? You know,
especially in LA.
It tripped me out, bro, to see how much women did cocaine.
Oh
bro.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, wow.
I can pretty much say this even now. Most of the time that I ever am doing drugs is because I'm with girls that are doing drugs. I'm not like with the homies like just racking out lines for no reason.
My nigga, Halloween, bro. Prime example. My homie comes up with some whippets. He like, you want some?
Yep. Right.
And I'm like, nah, I'm good. And 3 fucking girls, they're like, yeah, come on. And everybody's doing the whippets. I'm just sitting there like, nah, cuz I'm cool.
You wouldn't fuck with it? If somebody had whippets right now, I would do it.
No, I wouldn't do it.
I would do a whole bunch of them too, because you can do it 5,000 times in like an hour.
See, I have friends that wake up in the morning and first thing they do is they go to the liquor store and they buy a 5th. Yeah. And they're drinking already, bro. Like I've never woken up and had the urge to drink ever in my life, bro.
Right.
Yeah, me either.
Ever.
Oh yeah, that's
Or
what
to smoke.
kept me from becoming an alcoholic at any point in my life. It's the fact that it always fucked my stomach up so bad and had me shitting, and it made me, at least, even though I was gonna drink again the next night, it made me like want to like put hours and hours and hours in there.
If I get super hammered tonight, bro, if I do 2 days, bro, I'm like, I don't want to drink for the rest of the fucking week.
Same.
But let me throw this out there. Imagine going to the club and being totally sober, because that's when
I did that for 5 months, bro.
That's why I like had to stop going to the club and shit, is because me and Lennon basically stopped drinking because we realized that
you can't bear it.
And then you're in the club and you're totally coherent and you're looking around and you're like, why am I in this crowded ass room?
And everybody's being fucking annoying because they're
Everybody's
drunk.
spending so much money. Everybody's talking all crazy. People don't realize they're spitting in my fucking face while we're talking and shit. And then magically you have like 3 drinks and it all seems cool and fun and shit. And it's like, so I totally get it. But that's kind of like what made me not want to go out anymore, and also made me not want to drink anymore.
And I'm emotional too. Like when I get drunk, I'll be like, I love you, man. Hey,
bro.
We all
that's
here.
weird as hell if you're sober, because you're just like not on the same
No.
level.
They be like, nigga, move, man.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
you know what
for
I mean?
sure.
Because when I'm sober, I'll be like, I swear to God, when I'm sober, I just want to play my fucking PS5, man.
You know what was crazy? Okay, so me and the homie went to go see the Peep documentary the day that it came out, right? And we got fucking hammered at the movie theater. So we go to the bar afterwards. we're me and him are on, we just drunk broed it out like, bro, I love you, like, like about our fucking friend that died. We're watching a movie in Hollywood about his life. It was fucking very emotional, you feel me? And then we go to the bar and I see Reese, right? And I'm like, yo, Reese, bro, I love you. He's just like
You just
like
fucked
immediately
up.
he's just like, bro, like calm down, like this is like my homie of like 7 years. He's just like, nigga, what are you on?
That's what's funny though is how your night will go. Like at first you're like at like a free event or some shit where they have free drinks, and it's that's your excuse for getting drunk. Then all of a sudden you're in like a full price bar paying to get drunk, and like you're back at the crib like ordering bottles off Postmates and shit.
It's a slippery, bro.
Just
like
keeps getting more expensive.
You want me to trip you out?
shit is such a slippery slope.
This is probably the first year that I started purchasing like alcohol.
What do you mean?
Because I even like my story earlier, I used to go to the clubs and they just give
Yeah.
them. They'll give them to you. So it's like, okay, your alcohol intake will be when you go to the clubs and shit like that. It was always around, so it was never like a point to do that shit. And I felt like I think No Jumper made it a little worse because I started going to the liquor store more.
Because of
The
coming
man.
here? Why do you go to the liquor store?
The man trying to place
The
the liquor
man.
store.
When have you ever brought liquor here?
Every fucking Wednesday, the days you're not here.
The man.
Right? Wait. When you're not here, I buy multiple bottles of alcohol for everybody. I buy food.
I'm trying to hit this
pizzas,
Don Julio.
all
He won't
type of
pass it
shit.
to me.
Right, Josh? He said, when have you ever bought alcohol?
Sounds like
here?
a personal problem. Nobody's
said-
making you buy this alcohol.
No, but you said
Yes,
you want to come
because-
on Wednesdays. Wednesdays, we party.
I'm not gonna party if I come on Wednesday. So I don't know
It's
what I'm gonna
because of
do.
the
You're a
man.
father, though. You're a father, though.
The man is making it accessible, putting gun stores and liquor stores in the
Look
hood.
at these condoms
I
in
think
different
in the
colors.
city.
This is actually this is what we're trying to spread in the hood. Talk about the fact that I had mad people playing Kendama in the hood the other day.
And we went to Compton for the AD Miss Giles.
Oh, that was
Foundation.
before the one we did the other day.
You're putting
right?
a battery in his back. I hope you know that.
Why?
I've been to Compton mad times without him.
I'm making it worse, huh?
That he can't wrap
You're
his
like-
head around
you're
the
like
fact
giving
that
him
I've
street
been there
cred
without
now.
him. Like that, I've been to Compton, to the courthouse, to ride the rails there multiple
But
times.
were you welcomed to ride the rails?
Nobody bothered us, so I guess.
I'm
yeah.
just
They're like,
saying.
what the fuck these white boys doing jumping off the stairs on bikes?
Yeah, I mean, if somebody rides by and do that, but somebody says, "Oh, that's Adam 22," put him in the trunk.
Honestly, I don't
Was this
think
before?
Yeah, I think this was mostly before I was Adam 22 because
Yeah.
that would be a little
Okay.
But do you hear about dudes getting kidnapped in Compton? Is there a ransom
Yes.
thing? They
Adam
do that?
22, yeah.
I know people that got kidnapped.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely throw Adam 22 in the trunk and make Leonard a plug, give up some OnlyFans money for him.
Not like no crazy ransom or nothing like that, but just like, oh, we're gonna kidnap you to be funny and just do stuff
Wow.
to you.
Because let me just do stuff to you.
Not stuff like that.
do stuff to
Let
you.
me tell you about this woman that I was reading about in the New York Times. So it was basically this Mexican woman. She had a daughter. There's a huge thing in Mexico where dudes will basically kidnap. They'll like find a rich family, pinpoint like the young attractive daughter, kidnap her, tell the family, you got to give us X thousands of dollars or whatever because they know the family has it. And then a lot of times it's like over and over and over. The family will pay a ransom like mad times in a row.
What?
And so basically like this woman tracked down like 10 or more different dudes who all sort of like collectively kidnapped and raped and killed her daughter. She tracked them all down one by one with a fucking pistol going around Mexico where these kind of crimes happen all the time in
Yeah,
Mexico and
yeah.
people never get caught because if you go snitch on the cartel's going to fucking kill you, and if you go tell the cops aren't going to be able to do shit,
And the
then
cops are a part of it.
and the cartel's going to
Wait,
still
this
kill
is a
you.
show?
No, this is a
No,
real thing
this
that
is
happened in
real
real life.
life.
There's an article in the Times
They need to
about
make
it.
that into a Netflix
That's
documentary.
what I was saying. I'm like, this needs to be a documentary. But like,
Yeah.
she's literally going out and hunting down full-grown men with this gun just in her fucking purse, finding them and like holding them at gunpoint for like an hour until the cops come and arrest her. So this is they definitely need to make a
Wow.
fucking
That
video.
shit is hard.
She's
But either
gangster.
way, think about that. Think about like how scummy you need to be to kidnap somebody's kid, make them pay ransoms repeatedly, and then kill the fucking person and not even hand them over.
Do you remember the big thing that was going on last year?
Jesus Christ.
Do you remember Housephone when they were saying people were snatching up young girls and stuff like that, trying to sell
Yeah.
their body parts and shit? It was
Like,
like
even
real
more.
big, like.
It was like
And they had a couple of girls who recorded them, people like trying to take them, like
Yeah.
it was crazy, bro.
I still seen shit like that like months ago. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it should be happening.
Dude, it's really crazy too because when I think about it, like I was cool to like be out riding my bike, to be out hanging out when I was fucking 8 years old, 10 years old, whatever. And like, would I be that comfortable with my kid? Like, and to what extent is it just like the shit in the news and stuff playing tricks on my brain that makes me like not want my kid to be out by herself like ever?
No, people are fucking crazy. Hey, bro, let me put it in perspective for you right now, right? Just because your name is Adam22, right? Somebody can see your kid out somewhere and say, I can hold his kid for ransom and make this nigga post my music. There's some weird ass, crazy ass people out here that will do some shit like that, bro. I'm telling you this shit right now.
That's scary.
It's scary, but that's the type of.
You never think about shit like that, like ever?
Think about it. Not like that specific scenario, but I just like worry about like my kid in general. But I will say also is that I won't even say who, but I know some famous dudes who I was talking to him, like this famous dude I know, he got like a kid who's like 15 and like a daughter who's like 18 or some shit. And I'm like, do you ever like hire security for them? He's like, fuck yeah. He's like, I have security just follow them around when they're in the mall. And I'm like, wow, that's like another fucking level of like what it must be like to be this. Because
some
very
fucking
high profile,
scum is going to sit there and say, hey, that's his kid. That's a lick. That's That's a way for somebody to get a certain amount of money because your kid, you're gonna pay whatever. Yeah. You just want your kid to be home safely. But that's how people think. And when there's people in the world that's like that, bro, you gotta be on your P's and Q's.
I'm sending my daughter to military school.
That ain't gonna change nothing.
Yes, it will.
No, it's
she will
not.
be protected in the military school. So, what are you doing to prevent something happening to your daughter? Since you're apparently so concerned about these things.
I don't think people want to kidnap my kids.
I like that you're putting it out there like a given that people want to do this to me.
Of course they do.
I don't. Well,
you guys are both assholes. Fuck both of you.
Wait, I have a reputation and for other things.
I have a reputation too. I'll talk bad about you with Jason Lee if you do anything to my kid.
I'll talk bad about you with Jason
if you take
Hollywood Unlocked, bitch.
If you take my kids, it's gonna go to a place you don't want to go.
Well, okay, for the record, if you take my kids, we are also gonna go to a place that you don't want to go. And I don't know what that level is, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Will you go around with the pistol in your purse hunting down the tent?
I think you would.
I think you would.
He got his blaming pack with him now.
Yes, the blaming pack is already equipped, but it really like
you sound like me.
With me, when I think about like walking around with my kid and stuff, I think more about like how to disguise the blaming pack as part of my body. I was actually thinking about having some ribs removed so I could sort of just tuck it in to my sort of belly fat area.
You gotta have like a slit that's permanently open, and you just put the gun in there.
That's some hitman next level type shit.
Oh, a kangaroo pouch.
Yeah, just like
have the doctor actually like cut a flap of my skin so I can actually put something in
on
here.
The side,
maybe
somewhere.
with magnets.
That'll probably hurt every time too.
You like a
yeah, you rip it out of your own butt. Or what if you have a gun installed in your own arm and then you could shoot somebody, but the bullet would actually leave through your skin?
No, I want the fucking hidden blade from like Assassin's Creed. You just walk up on a nigga.
I want Wolverine claws.
Did you ever see when like
yeah, that'd be hard.
Hey, speaking of shit coming out your arm, did you ever see when like Jake Paul and Nestle were doing that thing where it was like
I saw a shitload of different people doing that for a while. What was
like
that?
The tech and shit?
No, it was
like your arm opens up like you're a fucking cyborg.
It was like Nestle is like I'm the first rapper with auto-tune installed in my arm.
Yeah, what was that? That was like a thing for a while. It was like you thought that every rapper or every like celebrity was gonna have a fucking robot video on their page for a little while, just like everybody else. Ukulele video.
It was just like some random.
You got one, right?
Yeah. Well, Einer Banks.
I got a couple. Does that hurt that you never did a?
No, just know he pulled up to the video shoot for my song Juice, and we did one, but I was like really high, and I don't think the audio was good, and he just never put it out.
We did like 2 or 3.
So yeah, fuck you, Adam. He did pull up.
Think about
one for me.
Think about
trying to play me like I wasn't lit enough. He was. I was one of the first niggas that he pulled up on. Actually,
really, back in the day,
bro. Yeah.
Oh, so you had one before it mattered,
bro. Yeah, bro. I feel the same way about Cole Bennett Lyrical Lemonade video.
But you didn't do a Cole Bennett.
We didn't do it, but like
Cole Bennett probably makes some of the best videos.
Around that time, like when he was like coming around, like he did the Warhol video and shit. Me and him used to
Shout
DM
Warhol.
back
I
and
like
forth.
Warhol.
We used to talk so much. I'm like, yo, like, let's shoot this video this day. They just never worked out.
You know, No Jumper, we almost did a Lyrical Lemonade collaboration a long time ago, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna get you like a different logo, and then I never
What do
Never
you mean?
did it.
Oh, like
You know, he like sent me like a shirt design, and I was like, maybe we could do this one and another one, and then I like forgot to ever like get the other one because it was fucking Serb from Ain't Nobody Cool was gonna cut a No Jumper logo out of an actual orange peel, and then we were gonna like make that the fucking thing, and then there's just I think I brought him an X-Acto blade and oranges. And then we never actually did it.
That's kind of crazy because, like, I can see Serb doing some crazy shit like that.
That's
I
like,
just didn't finish it.
did you know PlayStation and Nintendo was supposed to make a console before?
Like what era?
I don't know. I just found this shit out on YouTube.
That's good. Honestly, that is some random like YouTube rabbit hole information that you
shit
just come
hard.
across randomly.
I like watching YouTube finding
Same.
random shit like that.
Same.
Yeah.
So Sony and PlayStation and fucking Nintendo
I need to know
had
what
a console.
year,
Well,
because
they made the console, it just never came out.
What?
That's like that rap you had the other day about hanging out with OT Genesis playing Sega Genesis.
No, that's a
kinda
rap
fire.
you made him.
I was about to say, I don't know if you said that or not, but that was kind
No,
of a
I told him that my first baby mama name is Genesis as well. So
I
he's
was
like, what?
That's a bar waiting to happen. Playing Sega Genesis, be touring with OT Genesis. I had a baby with Genesis. I was listening to Trippie Red Pegasus.
Then you didn't took it. You didn't lost me, nigga.
What?
You keep hearing the clinks in the mic. That's my necklaces.
Negesis.
That was a little bit too close.
I was about to say, I was trying to hear the.
I was like, what the fuck did he just say?
You're treading the line.
I was doing the ad-lib. I just repeated it.
You're
You're
treading the
teetering now.
line.
You're teetering.
He said, Negesis.
Yeah, you did.
Nobody's worse
tried
than
you tried
when
to sneak
Ninja,
that
when
in.
Ninja said it, bro. He was
Oh,
like,
that was a little no,
Ninja
it
was
wasn't.
like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god,
yeah,
oh my
yeah,
god. I was like,
No,
oh, there
because
it is. Look.
when Ninja did, or no, yeah, when Ninja did it, he was rapping
This is
along
old as
to a
fuck.
Mac Miller song that did, or
Mac Miller does not say the N
No,
word.
but
Don't
he was,
ever,
he was
don't ever
he
try to
was-
fucking.
No, but that's
Don't
the
do
thing.
that.
He was rapping along to a song that did not have the N word
And he
in
just
it,
said it anyway?
and he kind of like muttered it as if that was what the person was saying, even though they weren't saying it.
Bro,
in
he
the
was
song.
like, oh my god, no. I was like,
You got to go watch the PewDiePie one.
I seen PewDiePie do it. PewDiePie went off the rails. Him and Mel Gibson,
It's kind of crazy to me that PewDiePie was able to move past that because that one was pretty gnarly.
nigga, PewDiePie had a movie.
He did, but
About-
YouTube wouldn't
about
put
him.
it out for mad long, and then
I was
they
gonna say,
ended
why?
up like putting it out.
I found out who PewDiePie was watching South Park. I didn't even think he was a
What?
real person. I swear to
What
God.
did they even say about
Yeah,
it?
what did they
My
say?
nigga, they had a whole episode of fucking Kyle was trying to buy. He bought the new Call of Duty, and his little brother didn't want to play it because he wanted to watch PewDiePie watch that shit. And there was a whole South Park episode because of that, bro.
Wow.
What the fuck?
I want to tell you something. We have managed to be on here for over an hour, and we have not said one single word about the album of the decade, or at least this week. Whole lot of red.
I was waiting for like us to get really comfortable before we got
I'm
into
glad that
this.
we shut the shit for a while, but I think it's time. First, I'm going to outline where I was when I listened to this project. We got home from Lena's family's house, and she was about to go to sleep with the baby.
On Christmas Day,
And I said,
Christmas night.
baby, I'm out. And I got in my car, rolled up a blunt.
You sound like Cardi.
I'm out. I rolled up a blunt. I was out. I was playing Pokemon Go in the streets, smoking my little blunt. Big blunt, actually. And listening to this project. And I just want to say, the first song, I actually was laughing my ass off at the fucking song, just at how ridiculous sounding his voice was. And overall, I don't know how much I want to say just out the gate. This is an honest question for you guys. Will you ever go out of your way to listen to this album again after today?
I didn't listen to it yet. I'm gonna listen to it on the way home.
Okay, all right. You got no opinion.
Of
Okay.
not being prepared.
Okay.
How could you? That was the only thing we were supposed to talk about today.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100. I just bought a studio.
All right.
You are the definition
Okay.
of lacking in professionalism right
Okay.
now. Let's just throw
All
that
right.
out there. Me and Housephone will have this conversation.
I've
and
heard
you,
some
You
songs.
could just sort of imagine what
Yeah,
it would
you
be
got-
like to have listened to the most important
Yeah.
album of the decade.
I'm on the sideline.
Yeah, just know
He's on the bench.
I'll double back next week.
I want to know, Housephone, what do you
I
think?
probably listen to this album pretty much more than anybody else besides
I'm on
him.
a solid 3.5 listens.
I listen. Okay, so let me prefix.
Jump out the house. Jump out the house. Jump out the house.
I could do that to every song if you really
COVID.
want me to.
Okay, what?
Okay, so let me outline how I experienced it so you can get the frame of mind where I'm at too. So, Christmas night or whatever, right? Yeah. December 25th, Christmas night. I was hanging out with this girl her assistant, and her best friend. And we're kind of just like finding shit to do. We're talking about the album loosely. They're all kind of like affiliated with people who are affiliated with Cardi too. So it was kind of like.
So they were dreaming about murder.
No, I mean.
When their eyes closed, they dreamed.
We were
about
just like hanging out, just like, you know, shooting the shit, bullshitting around, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like trying to figure out what time it comes out. I'm like, okay, it comes out at midnight on the East Coast. So that means it's going to come out at 9 p.m. here.
So literally, this is your first time having to figure out what time albums come out, even though they come out the same time every week.
No, I know that, but I'm saying
For
like
many years.
people are like, oh, it's coming out on Christmas. So like they were asking me like, oh, like, do you know what time it's coming out? I'm like, oh, like I'm thinking it's going to come out midnight here. And I'm like, no, it's going to come out 9 p.m. here.
Again, they come out the same time
Anyway,
every week.
But wasn't it a Wednesday though? Because albums don't drop on Wednesday.
Thursday night.
Yeah, but
How
That was
are you
Thursday?
still figuring this out?
But this
Thursday
is- but
night.
this is the thing.
Every single
this,
Thursday.
this is the thing. I don't give a fuck about
I get that, but
most
still,
new music-
every week.
That's true.
that's
every
cool.
week.
I don't pay attention to when niggas' albums
You've
come
never
out.
paid attention to any album as it comes out
Bro,
ever?
I'm just saying, I never sat there. Okay, this is beyond.
okay, I'm just
the
trying to
point.
get you past the fact that the
Whatever.
album every
All
album
I'm-
has ever
all
come
I'm
out
doing,
comes out at the same
all
time.
I'm doing is prefixing what was
Okay,
happening.
I'm just saying this is a
We
long
were shooting this
preamble
shit.
for the fact that everybody already knows what time every album
Okay,
comes out
whatever.
every week.
Okay,
ever.
okay, Mister, I have to study.
I just,
shit like
I
that.
just feel like
I don't have to
let's
study
talk
that shit.
about the album.
I don't give a fuck.
Let's talk about the album.
No,
and let's
I'm
avoid
not.
the
No,
fact that
I'm
you don't
getting,
know what time every
you
album
had,
ever
You
has
want to talk
come
about
out.
you smoking a blunt and playing Pokemon before? No, I'm saying something that actually is important to the album. So as I'm sitting there, we're talking about this. Filthy, one of the main producers of the album, texted me and was like, "Let's hang out. I got a studio. We're gonna play the album, kick it. Boom. All right, whatever. We get in the car and it's like 9:03.
So you entered an environment in which you were going to have to pretend that you liked it.
No, we listened to it in the car on the way over there before
Okay.
we were even on the way.
So then it was going to be awkward if you had to pretend that when you had to pretend that you didn't like it.
I didn't
Or
have
that
to
you liked
pretend
it.
anything.
Nigga,
but
let him talk. God damn.
the first song too, like first of all, I was just excited when I just heard my homie's tag as the first song on like one of the most anticipated albums in like the
Favoritism.
last 5 years.
Favoritism.
No, it's not favoritism at all.
I like Filthy too. I did not affect the way I feel about this album.
No, for sure. I'm just setting it up to say that like I literally went to the studio with one of the main producers of like the first 9 songs. So I may have went into it with a little jaded or whatever. But
That's not jaded. That's like you have to like it in that environment.
no, like I said, we had got through maybe the first 6 or 7 songs before I even like linked up with them.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm not so quick to just like hear something and just like have an opinion so fast. I like to marinate on it. Got listened back to it a couple times.
Fair. You gotta
At
do
first, yeah. I mean, at first, like just here, I was just like, damn, these beats are going crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I was not a fan of like. I like him like rapping like upbeat and kind of fast, and then when he was like kind of stopping and like doing this whole like, I love all my thoughts and codeine. Like I hated that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you, but just the beats, the delivery. I'm not gonna lie, that Kanye song was way too short.
I like that shit a lot.
The Kanye verse was like not that good.
I like that shit. That's
but
the one I heard.
The only song you heard, and you only like it because it has an artist that you're extremely familiar with and who
Yeah.
always raps exactly the same on
Yeah.
every song that he's on.
That
I'm
song,
the easy stand.
To me, Cardi putting Kanye on the second song on the album and having it be like a song that distinctly was not like
like the other
his
song.
own sound or like a signature sound, especially after the first song, which to me, like I was at least like happy to see that he didn't just go with the baby voice on every fucking song or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I was glad that he switched it up. It felt like he was trying to, with his vocals and with the way his vocals sounded, it felt like he was trying to go for this real like sort of punk vibe
That
and
was
aesthetic. He was
that
trying
is
to
exactly
he
what
was
he was
trying to
going for.
really embody what it was to be a rock star
Rapper.
making a rap record.
Yeah, I think
And-
he did an amazing job at that.
I do not think he did an amazing job at that. I think he did, some semblance of a version of that, but it really like just so much of it didn't hit for me, and it just so much of it felt like so surface level, like rebellion. Like it just felt like he's still saying the most basic, boring things I could possibly fucking imagine. He's trying to twist it up. I agree there was a lot of like interesting beats and stuff, but like I just had such a hard time getting past the fact that he never says anything interesting on the entire album.
Hold
And
on.
there are some glimpses of it. That on
Yeah, I was gonna
on
say, like-
Control, that the song Control. level, even when you get past the academics intro and stuff, I felt like, okay, this actually feels like a song in which he's like giving a little bit of himself. There was that one song where it felt like he was actually kind of describing his relationship with Iggy and how she doesn't cook.
Like,
she don't cook or clean, but she still wants Ruth Chris. You know, I kind of felt like, all right, I'm actually, and this is, we're going to hold off on getting even to the Iggy side of things because that sort of colored
that's
the discourse around this.
Yeah, that's a whole nother situation.
Also, I just want to throw this out there. Best comment on this video is going to win a whole bunch of shit from onsomeshit.com. So head on over to onsomeshit.com if you want some shit.
You should
and
make
leave
merch
your
that says
best
a whole
comment
lot of shit.
and then check back because we're going to respond to one person and we're going to tell you an awful lot of shit. On some shit, we're going to tell you who won. So leave a good comment.
There we go.
Best comment's going to win some packs.
Let me say this.
AD, you didn't listen to the album. You can't say it yet.
No. I'm asking him.
Let me guess at what this album might have been like.
No.
You didn't listen to the album,
okay,
AD.
Let's hear your question.
All I want to say is, are you comparing it, like you said, entry level Rebellion and Rockstar level because you're familiar with rock music and Rebellion?
That is a good question, and that is part of it. And you know, as I'm listening to the album, that was part of
really
what was
good.
sort of like ringing in my head. Is like, does this sound corny to me? Because I am like very familiar with like the history of punk and metal and stuff, and so a lot of like those ideas and stuff are kind of tired to me. And I understand that Cardi. The best version of the response to this album from him is for him to be basically painted as the new punk esque
like,
god of like thrashy, rough rap music. Like that's kind of like how he's fashioning himself here. And I'm open to the possibility
that's the energy he came on those like first 3-4 songs. It's like he's yelling at the top of his voice.
That's where I'm kind of checking myself. Like, is it just me that this feels kind of forced and boring and shit? But then when I see the reaction from the fans, I feel like they're not really buying into it.
Yeah,
personally.
but listen. Thinking about someone like me who is like completely well versed in rap music only and knows nothing about like when the album cover dropped, I had no idea what this reference was about.
Right.
Like, you know, even the fact that was like being sued by that band Falling in Reverse and all that shit, I would have never known anything like that. So those ideas are new to certain people. And honestly, let's just get into it with the fan reaction. It's like at this point, the fans are so entitled. They are so like, I don't think that they're just, the fans used to go into an album like to experience it because they love the artist, they like their music. Not so much of this like dictating what the fuck is actually happening on the album.
This is such a different project for him because think about Die Lit even. Like Die Lit had a fair amount of hype beforehand and stuff, but he was still like a very underground rapper who people thought had a lot of potential and they knew he was kind of weird and was going to make all these strange aesthetic decisions. So everybody like when Die Lit delivered sonically, it's like people really like the expectations weren't that high. The expectations are incredibly high with this album, and people are listening to it as critics. They're not just listening to it as like, this is some fun, jazzy little rap music. You know, like people want to see. Like this is a lot of what I said leading up to is like people want to see some sort of artistic growth. They want to see where he takes things. Like a few years ago, just having a bunch of cool ass beats and doing the baby voice was enough for him to sort of make a record that people really loved. He's experimented with a lot of different songs on this album, and that's like one thing that is kind of rough for me to imagine is like how differently are some of these songs going to be perceived in a warehouse party in a club,
dude, or at fucking Rolling Loud,
because
or
they're
like
songs with a lot of energy. It's just I wonder to what extent people are really like interested in accepting like what he's bringing to the table here. It sounds kind of forced to me in my car sitting there smoking weed, but like I don't know, like could it become like a bigger record for people like in a different environment? I think
that type of music will put you in that mindset or in that realm of it will give you that vibe without even trying wherever you're at. I feel like I've been driving the car about to like crash the whip because I'm just turning up so hard to this shit because it's knocking so crazy, honestly.
That's a good feeling.
Like, you know, and it's like I feel like if he didn't go all the way right and switch it up, it would have just sounded like his other projects, which was 3 years ago, 5 years ago. And it's like, I would rather have him go full experimental, try some different shit, and like make what he thinks was like a cohesive sounding good album than like, I mean, I did want some of those like leaks on there just so I could hear like a final.
You know the
mix.
deluxe is coming, and I'm dreading it already. But
What do you mean dread?
You
Oh,
know
you're
there's
such
gonna
a
be a
fucking
deluxe
lame-ass.
because
I
it's
hate
got
you.
25 fucking songs
Yeah,
on it.
but
It's way too
an
long.
hour
Let's
long.
start with that. This
It's an
project
hour long.
and this type of music does not need to have an hour
But
of
this is the
content.
thing.
Everybody would have been better off if this project was 12 songs, 13 songs, 14 songs, whatever.
Okay.
The sales would have been way worse, and he probably wouldn't have a #1 album, but it would be a way more listenable piece of content. And then once you tack on this deluxe, it's going to be a unspeakable monstrosity of 50 songs.
Let me break.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Let me break it down to how I believe it was structured. So you got the filthy, hard hitting, like the mosh pit punk type shit in the beginning, and then it kind of like fades into like the more melodic, like bubblegum sound.
I appreciate the second half of it more. Personally,
You think
there's
so?
more songs later in the album, and I feel like the Academics interlude almost sort of like that kind of
ushers in how it switches over.
But the weird thing about it is that Academics is saying this is a gift. He's Santa. And at that point, that was the absolute last thing that I was thinking as I was listening to it. I'm like, this does not feel like a gift. This kind of feels like a burden that I'm listening to this right now because it's just really not delivering. But then
it's almost like we listened to
after,
two different albums.
It
It's
gets
crazy.
into a lot of stuff that is, to me, way more appealing, like the latter half of it, where I feel like he actually manages to say some interesting stuff, and he manages to actually like show a little bit more emotion and stuff. Whereas the first part of it to me was just boring.
But that's also why I feel like it makes a cohesive project, because it gives you all the different elements of him as an artist, which like he's been showing little like little previews of that side of him, like with his music.
He does
and
express like a good variety of sides to his of styles, because he definitely didn't make a boring ass album that felt just like Die Lit, and he didn't just stick to one existing style.
If it would have been just the mod punk shit for 24 songs, I would have turned it off immediately, like 10 songs in,
Wait a minute, let me say
I'm gonna
something.
be honest, but
let me say something. I remember when Kanye came out with 808s and Heartbreaks.
And
Some
niggas hated it.
Hated that shit.
No, niggas was hating
They
on that
were
shit.
hating on like,
And
what the fuck is Kanye doing and shit like that? And now it was
like one of the most revered projects.
People saying, man, he went off the rail. He did that. So is this album to you guys going to age well to where people say, hey,
Listen,
that shit
I
was
think
that's why I keep listening
influential
to
at the
it,
time.
because I keep listening to it because I'm trying to like age the content faster in my mind so I can try to like get
But
a
you
perspective.
can't. You gotta
on
just live with it in the moment.
But I want to know how long this shit is going to be around, and if I could hear any of it really being like a soundtrack to people's lives.
Can I be honest with you?
Like, is there any song on it that sounds like you're going to be having people listen to this song in 6 months? Is there any song on it that really stands out to you as being
honestly.
the whole
I think the whole album.
I'm asking for one song, and you're saying the whole album.
I would say "Feel Like Dying" is one of the most like. It's like the beat, the melodies, like everything, all about it. I feel like it's one of his best songs, and especially like in the context of it being like the last song and it's like the song that closes out the whole album. I think that's one of his best songs that he ever recorded of his whole career, honestly. I like Punk Monk a lot. I think honestly I've been listening to this whole album only since it came out. So I've listened to it way more times than pretty much anybody in this office.
I listened to it like 3-4 times, and I mean, I'm getting bored with it already.
Yeah.
Like even by the second listen, I just
let me say this though. Let me say this.
Feels so fucking formulaic.
If he would have put out another album that sounded just like Dial-It or just like Self-Titled, like, bro, that is what's boring. That's what's burnt the fuck out.
I can agree with you that he did something different than his prior album. I just don't think that it's very good.
But can I like so at this point, the video game Pierre type beats and all that shit, like he created such a sauce and such a wave with like that era of music that him and Pierre were making together that people like love so much that there is no possible way he could have made anything close to that. Because
I really hope that that's not what you're getting from what I'm saying here, because I absolutely did not want him to make that as his next project.
I'm not
and I
saying
think
that.
it would have been suicide if he had kept it that basic.
He had to go so left field and so like you can't copy that.
And he did.
You can't copy that album.
Nobody
else can make that album.
He made a project that was at the very least sort of challenging different ideas in rap music. Like I haven't really heard anybody in rap do their vocals the way that he did on certain songs. And I'm conscious of that, and I'm listening to it, trying to like picture what the impact of that is going to be and if people are really going to feel it and stuff. There's very little on the album that I keep coming back to, and I don't honestly think that I'm ever going to listen to this album again. But this album is not really like for me.
I was just about to say, like, is it really
for the Travis Scott kids, for the Uzi kids? It's for the kids who love this sort of like vibey type of stuff, and I don't doubt that it's going to do, you know, crazy sales and stuff. I also don't really see like the critical space loving it that much, and like I feel like it loses a lot of people who are kind of more in my realm, who maybe
like being old and white,
being old and just, you know, and just wanting him to, I don't know, like just so much of it. If you're
what
30
else did
years
you want
old,
him to do?
If you've listened to rock music throughout your life, it just feels very boring.
And that's the point.
That's the whole point.
Because a lot of kids haven't really done that. But like, I mean, his version of like touching on punk stuff is saying like, I'm a rock star, I could be in Slayer. It's like,
and that song is fire because it's melodic and the beat is pretty.
The most boring,
but to the kids, they don't know what that is though.
It's the most boring surface level embrace of metal that you could possibly do.
The kids don't know that though.
Yes, they do. Any idiot could tell you that I'm a rock star. I could have been in Slayer. It's a boring embrace of rock culture.
Wait, hold on.
It's a band.
I'm just telling you.
That's shocking that you didn't know that.
I don't fucking know.
But I'm saying the contrast of him saying I'm a rock star, I could have been Slayer, on a melodic ass beat on this like pretty ass shit, and him like auto tune singing it. It's like a complete contrast.
It's not
of
enough
like
to embrace or to excite anyone. Like anyone who thinks that that's like rappers calling themselves rock stars is the most played out thing in the last 4 or 5 years, 10 years.
I've seen you champion so many brainless, stupid ass rappers that say way less than that. So how the fuck? So how the fuck can
Little Pump was 2016.
How the fuck can you like act like saying some simple shit is like so bad
who
when
am
everybody?
I
feel like everyone you listen to is like on some is like.
No, I think it's
that you don't even believe what you're saying. You know I listen to great rap music
like
because you listen to all the kind of same shit I listen to.
Like what?
Like, okay, you don't think Rio the Young OG is doing something interesting lyrically?
Yeah, but
who are the rappers that I am championing?
Pace.
If you're gonna diss me like that, you need to give me an example or try to explain yourself. I mean, you can't. You're just talking shit.
Every random SoundCloud rapper you've ever put on. What do you mean?
Like I put Pump and Perp on in like 2016. 2016 was a long fucking time ago.
I'm just saying you're trying to like be so critical of like, oh, he said I'm a rock star, I could be in Slayer. It's like, bro, it's like. Rap music is supposed to be
his rock star.
Rappers calling themselves rock stars is boring. Are you honestly telling me I'm not right?
I cannot.
Are you telling me I'm not right?
I cannot name you one Slayer song ever. So
that's not. That has nothing to do with this.
So him saying I'm a rock star, I can feel like Slayer means nothing. It doesn't resonate.
Wait.
No.
It doesn't resonate.
Rap fans, everybody, stop interrupting. Rap fans. Rappers were wearing Slayer shirts in 2016.
Of course they were, yeah.
So you cannot tell me 5 years later that this is actually interesting.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
Wait.
Putting threes instead of E's in all your titles of your songs, it's not hip.
I'm going to break it down.
It's just stupid.
It's not for a 36-year-old married white man.
It's just stupid.
It's not.
But the fact that it might...
Wait a minute.
The fact that it might impress some 16-year-olds doesn't make it cool.
That's not what I was going to say.
Stop talking over each other now.
I was not going to say that. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say, as artists, as they get bigger in popularity, it is dope for motherfuckers to say, I'm not a rapper no more. I'm a rock star.
How is that dope? It's so stupid.
That's what people do.
Because the fact that people do it is why it's not interesting.
When they get to a certain critical
fucking lame.
When they get to a certain point of fame.
It's not lame to me. It's lame to everybody because if you pay attention to rap music at all, people calling themselves rock stars is played out.
Ty Dolla Sign says, I'm a fucking rock star. I'm not an R&B artist no more. That's hard.
Stop. And that's why Playboy Cardi's saying it on his album as if we're supposed to be impressed by it. It's fucking
it's
stupid.
not something to be impressed about. It's just like, it's a different aesthetic. It's a different look. It's a different type of music. It's a different type of vibe.
It's the same aesthetic as
No, it's
everybody.
not.
Everybody's been saying
How?
this rock star shit for 5 fucking years.
You
and
just
it's
mad
not-
because
They
you're
been
white.
doing it 15
You just mad
years.
because you're white and listen to rock music.
You saying
like,
that I'm
so
white,
it doesn't
this
matter.
shows that
yeah,
you
that's what I'm
don't-
saying
you
because
know-
because you relate
you're
to that
losing
type
the
of
argument
music.
when you have to say, "Oh, you're white."
Listen,
You're white
because
you know you're losing.
White people listen to rock music. So it's accustomed for you to grow up listening to that kind of music, Adam.
I agree.
So in a black community, a nigga saying that he's a rock star is some different shit.
No,
How do you not
it's
understand
not.
that?
You-
How do you
Stop.
not
I agree.
understand that?
Let me talk. Let me talk.
You
I
were
agree.
white. You grew up
Stop.
listening to Slayer
Let me talk.
and
Let me
all
talk.
these
Let me
other
talk.
white ass bands.
Let me answer you.
Like,
That's
that
a
makes
real
zero
Let me
sense.
answer you. If you think that rappers haven't been calling themselves
say that. I
rock
didn't-
stars
I didn't
for
say
at
that,
least 5, maybe 10 fucking years,
15. Be longer than that.
forever.
Yeah, forever. Let's
It's
be
the
honest.
most boring thing that a rapper can say is,
But
I'm
is
a rock
that all-
star.
is
I'm
that
a rock
all he
star. I'm a
did?
walk star.
To you.
But
To
that,
you,
that's
not
the
to everybody
entire
else, though.
aesthetic of the album. And no, you
My
please.
nigga, Future calls himself a rock star. Nigga,
Yes,
it's-
and that's the whole point. You're making my point for me.
That's
It's
lame to
so
you. It's not lame to
boring.
us.
Yes,
That's
it
what we're
is.
trying to
It
say.
is lame
It's
to
not lame. How you
anyone
gonna tell me it's
who's
lame to
paying
me?
attention to
It's
rap
not lame.
music
It's not
at all.
lame to me.
But you're
Okay.
Stop. Let me say.
It's
one
not
thing.
lame
Okay,
to me.
stop. Stop.
Go.
We're talking about an album that is supposed to be this pioneering
Yeah.
fucking album that's taking the culture to a different level. He worked on this album for 3 years, and then you come up with the album, and the best that you can do is putting some fucking basic ass metal ripoff shirt designs. You call yourself a rock star. I mean, I'm just not impressed by it overall.
You're too attached to that culture.
No, I think
and to
I
that.
think
It
that
doesn't
he
really-
had
you
too
can't-
high
you
much
can't
of a
separate.
high hopes for
Please
the album
acknowledge
for that.
I don't need to be familiar with that culture in any way to point out how trite and how boring it is to call yourself a rock star and
Can
to
you hear
make
me
that
out?
the entire aesthetic
No,
of your
wait,
project.
but can you
And
hear
then
me
act like you're revolutionary. It's not revolutionary. It's boring.
I'm just saying, like, if you weren't familiar with all those references and
I
all
don't
that
need
shit,
to be. That's the important
Really?
part that
You
I
think
think
so?
you keep talking
You
over
think
is
so?
that you don't need to be. All you need to do is pay attention to rap
But
music,
hold on.
and you can tell that appropriating metal shit and calling yourself a rock star and stuff is boring.
It's
been
like people
done
have
to
done
death
it, yeah,
in
for sure.
rap.
But have people
But
done it?
kids like my little brother, they don't.
Hold on,
they
hold
haven't
on.
heard the niggas who said
Yeah.
that.
just try
Have
to make
people-
this point.
Have people done it even, to this level, like with this type of music, the like melodic shit, like it's just different. He's doing it in a different way, and he's like trying to separate himself from the traditional rap that is what it is right
He's
now.
trying to make himself the face of
Of,
this
like,
like punk
anti-rap.
style,
Yeah.
anti-lyricism type of hip hop, and I get that.
It's been done
just
before.
to me.
You know who does a really good job
It's
of
corny.
it?
It's boring.
You know who does a really good job of it? NASCAR Aloe. Like he's like an actual punk kid that I feel like makes punk rap music.
And I feel like the aesthetic that NASCAR Aloe is going for and the style of like, we're trying. So many people, honestly, since X have been
Yeah.
trying to figure out what is it like, what is going to be the punk rock form of
No,
rap?
that's a
like
fact.
what is going to have that energy, incorporate some of those sort of aesthetic
Yeah.
elements, etc. I think Cardi, like, throughout these years and years of working on this, they said that he made this project 15 times and kept scrapping it
Yeah.
over and over and over. So
This-
I know there's a million fucking songs. I think that he's very much trying to basically like charter the fucking map of that terrain
Yeah,
for
no, for
that
sure.
new version.
For sure.
And there are times on the album where I feel like it's dope and I feel like he's made songs that I actually think are dope.
Yeah.
There are more times than that where I just think it was boring. That's just
Bro, some of those songs literally had me feeling like I was like a fucking like special ed student. Like I'm just like, it's so repetitive and it's so fast, and I'm just like, like I'm like just rocking out to it because it's like it's a vibe, bro. You can't explain everything.
But
Adam.
that's the whole thing.
You can't put it in a box
But
like that.
that's what
Adam.
happens when you have big
It's a vibe.
expectations on you. He has
he
expectations
had
on him,
huge.
and so that's why when he kind of like
Nothing-
delivers some stuff that's sort of like simple and easy to understand and stuff, it's
Nothing that he put out, everyone was going to be satisfied with. Nothing. Because
That's a
it was
fact.
too long of a wait. People had
The expectations
he had-
too high.
He got like 5 different kind of fans. Like, there's the fans that have been with him since 2015. There's the fans like that came in a little later before Magnolia. Then you got all the Magnolia fans.
And then you have
got
people who want the leaks.
You
And then you
feel
have
me?
fans who want shit that they've never heard before. And
So-
those are kind of like the two warring
That's-
Cardi communities.
Yeah,
right now.
and like that shit makes no sense because at the end of the day, you're not making music anymore for yourself to release it. You're just trying to please these fans that are going to change their mind and they're fickle as fuck.
That's why he's going to put out 20 songs of the leaks that
Yeah.
he didn't put on this project, and then this
You're
album
right.
is going to be 50 songs long,
And I'm
It's
gonna
gonna
love
be 2
every
hours,
fucking second of it.
And
no. Okay,
I don't back that.
Can I say this though?
Even though it makes sense for business reasons.
Can I say
Yes.
this though, for real? So, okay, the album is 24 songs, right? But it still only comes in like an hour. So
An hour is a long album in my
no,
book.
but think about back in the day when niggas is doing like 10 songs and that's an hour. You know, it's like it speeds through kind of fast. So it's like I'll be like, oh, you know, you'll be on one vibe and then it's on to the next song in like
soundtrack.
a minute or two.
And that is one thing that makes it feel kind of punk rock is that
Yeah.
you get a lot of different sort of thrashy sounds on one project, and it's like a lot of like 2-minute songs, 1-minute songs, etc.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that helps like with the pace of it. At least the songs aren't drawn out. And I also feel like after all this time, if he had put out a 10-song project, like
Yeah.
the 25 songs, I get it. I understand that like a 25-song project these days, if it still is like less than an hour, that is kind of
That's
like
cool.
today's version of concise. Whereas, you know, we used to like expect a rapper to put out a 13-song project,
Yeah.
and
No,
that
that's
was
a fact.
normal. And then it kind of became like, oh, we're going to tack on 5 bonus tracks. So
Yeah.
now it's 18. And now with streaming, it's like, well, why not make it 30 and then a bonus to make it 50?
Can I compare this real quick? Fans, I don't know if like people even remember this or not, but I was on Twitter the second that fucking Eternal Take dropped, and niggas was doing the exact same thing. It was like it had been out for like 20 minutes, and niggas was like, "Oh, this is trash," like blah blah.
loved it.
It's like it's the same thing with the Cardi album. It's like it's 9:30 p.m. and I'm like on No Jumper comments. I'm like reading the comments, and people are like, "This shit is garbage."
But
Yeah, that's not fair.
Wasn't the Uzi, wasn't Eternal to Take, wasn't that like 10, 12 songs?
No,
the
it was
part one.
No,
And
the
then
part
they
one. The
tacked
part
on,
one.
like a shitload more.
Could you pull it up real quick?
It
But
was a lot of songs.
It was a lot
Pull
of
it up,
songs.
and I have to piss so bad that I'm gonna piss my pants. So I'll be right back.
No, yeah, it was hella songs. So the
Eternal Take was fire. And
no,
the second one.
bro, they were both fire, but that's
Both
why
of them.
that's why
the
he
second one was crazy.
that's what I'm saying, but that's why he put out the deluxe too, because the fans were doing the same thing that they did to Cardi. Like, oh, we want this song, we want this song, we want the leaks.
No one was going to be satisfied because of a long wait.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm going into it with no anticipation, with no
Yeah.
expectations.
I know.
I'm going to rate it as a album, just
Exactly.
an album.
Yeah,
You know what
like,
I mean?
and I feel like I said, I seen
It's
people.
right there, Josh. The second one.
No,
That's the second one. That's the first one right there.
First one. But yeah, that's the whole thing is
That's
that
18 songs.
yeah, but look, that's the whole thing is that fuck, I forgot what the fuck I was even trying to say. But I don't know, man. Like that's the thing is like, are you making music for yourself? And you know, like for what you think, you and your team think is like a good cohesive project, or are you like trying to like please everyone? Because you can't please everyone.
Bro, the nigga's still number one. That's all that matters.
Bro, he's number one. He got the highest stream, and like this is his most. It's gonna be his most like highest selling project too.
Yeah, so it's a W.
At the end of the day, it's a W. But I think that him doing the deluxe is him feeding into the fucking fans and like
Uzi
them
had
not
18
knowing
on
what
the first one.
18 songs.
on the first one. Yeah,
18 feels kind of light for, you know, it's not like mega long for. But then how many songs did it add on for part 2?
It was
it was a whole nother album.
Oh, so
It's like a whole
Look,
nother
click on it.
and then the deluxe.
No, that's a
is-
whole nother album. Look, go.
Yeah, but it includes all the other.
Yeah, no, but it starts off with another 14 songs.
no
So
another 18.
No, 18 is the first one.
14 plus
14 plus
18.
18. Yeah,
Man, people put out a lot of music these days.
yeah, I know.
Both of those was fire though.
But yeah,
true.
I see the trajectory happening the same way that it happened with the Uzi shit. People are like confused about it or like, you know, talking shit about it before they even really got a chance to sit with it. He's gonna drop the deluxe with some more new songs with some features that people want. He's gonna drop a couple of more leaks on there because even on the album, he like Neon Place and like one other song I think was songs that I've heard 2 years ago, you know? So I feel like he's gonna throw some more new stuff in, throw some more of the leaks, and then get some features in there.
I guess like when you think about Eternal to Take though, it kind of like if Hola Red has the impact of Eternal to Take in the long run.
I think it will.
Is that considered a success at this point? Like, do we feel like that Uzi project really like I feel like
Every
fans
song-
really fuck with it, but I don't feel like it was like this huge mega album that
feel like it's not like that
because
anymore,
Astro
dude.
World did that, but when you think about it, Astro World it was kind of like one mega single, and then this whole album of like the good, solid Travis Scott shit that the fans want. But then you had the one mega single that sent the sales of the album through the fucking
But
roof.
I think
That's my favorite Travis Scott album, honestly.
I think that the whole album was super cohesive and super like it was made to be like a theatrical moment, but then Sicko Mode just took its own life and it just shot into its own.
I don't feel like I'm saying anything controversial by saying I don't think there's a Sicko Mode on this album.
No, there's not. There's not.
And I guess, like he could have probably had a Drake feature if he wanted, or he could have.
We don't know.
You know,
The deluxe dropping next week. We don't know.
We don't know because weren't you surprised to not see Pissy Pamper on it?
No, because I knew from the beginning that they couldn't get the sample clear. It was
No,
like,
but he
supposed
put
to
out
be.
that video of him and Kid Cudi
yeah.
rocking out to that song and
Kid
said
Cudi
Kid Cudi on Kid Cudi. That makes me feel like that's definitely going to be on the deluxe, right?
I mean, honestly, if it is, it's going to be a huge fucking I think even that song that he has with Kid Cudi is still going to be a huge moment because anything Kid Cudi touches just kind of like turns to gold.
I feel like I've seen kind of the most energy behind that song. Like, and I keep seeing people like quoting the fucking chorus and stuff.
Dude, I was where was
When
I?
you feel like this, can't nobody tell you shit.
I was
I forgot how weird that is. That Kid Cudi just be just humming on all his songs.
honestly,
I listened to that Kid Cudi album a couple times too.
I was at somebody's house.
good?
I didn't really give a shit, but that's just me.
Yeah, I was like into Kid Cudi when he first dropped the first Man on the Moon.
I kind of missed the moment where Kid Cudi was like the biggest rapper. I was like strictly listening
the
to
biggest
G-Unit
rapper?
and Dipset and fucking.
Bro,
No, I was probably
that
on,
was
like,
way
Gucci
after
Mane
that.
by that time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was
no,
way
but I
after.
was in New York, so we were still listening.
Yeah.
to it.
No, that's a
we were
fact.
like very deep into the 50 saga. Yeah.
Nah, see, like I was tapped into the backpack rap and also the new Waka Flocka tape that was of,
That kind of shit.
of 2009 era, you know?
Yes, I remember like Lupe Fiasco coming out and being like,
Bro.
"Oh,
See, but
word?"
that's all
I was
still. That's
I
all
was a
still.
Lupe stan, bro.
That's
Were you
all
His
really?
first two albums.
Hold on, all that is way before Kid Cudi time.
Wasn't it around the same time?
Hell no,
Like
Lupe came out like 2002 or
Kick Push
something.
came out what year? And
Look
then
it up
Kid
right
Cudi
now.
came out what year?
Nah, Lupe
Kid
came
Cudi-
out like
Kid
Day and
Cudi
Night,
not
2002.
2002.
It's like
Day and
2009
Night came
or
out
something.
2008, 2009.
2008, 2009. That sounds
Lupe
right.
was like 2009 for sure.
and then
Lupe was.
Kick Push came out around like
Kick Push came out like 2004, 2004.
Hell
no.
It was like 2009,
right,
bro.
we'll see.
historical
see.
revisionism right
Okay,
here.
we'll see. We'll
Hell
see.
no.
We need a
Yeah,
date on
just tell
Kick
me.
Push right now.
Tell me when. Kick Push was way older than Kid Cudi. That's all I'll say.
Let's
Just
look
type
it
in
up.
Lupe Fiasco, Kick Push.
Kid-
Bro, his
Lupe.
first two albums is fucking amazing.
Who, Lupe's?
Yes, nigga.
Oh,
The
the first and the
Cool?
15.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Josh, if the chat tells us before you, that's
Yeah,
gonna be an
that's
issue.
crazy.
Okay,
Look,
why are you searching Lupe Fiasco when you could search Lupe Fiasco
Kick
Kick
Push,
Push,
yeah.
which is what we just told you 10
Push.
fucking times to look up, Josh.
Kick Push.
That kick, not kid. God damn it.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Do not, if you click the YouTube,
2006.
do not click that.
2006.
2006, so a couple
All
years
right,
before.
All right, it was a couple years. And
We was
then
all in the middle.
Kid Cudi, Day and Night. It definitely came out 2009. I want to guess. All right, let's see. We'll see. Kid Cudi, 2008. All right,
2008.
only 2 years.
This was, I mean, people forget that this was
around
a
the same
very
time.
early era weirdo rap coming to be like very, very popular rap. You know, it's
I feel like that song didn't blow up until like after though.
in the year, Day and Night was huge,
That shit was
when
huge.
it came
Like
out.
right
That shit
away?
was- yeah,
Right away?
That shit
Yeah,
was
that shit was
gigantic.
huge.
Yeah, because Kid Cudi had been like stewing around the underground for
Yeah.
a few years before
That's-
that, and
that's
then
when
that
he-
was when it was like, oh fuck,
That's
here
when
we go.
that's when he had that like Plain Pat mixtape. That shit was fire.
Bro, that nigga had the
Plain
Project
Pat,
X
what up?
theme song, nigga, the whole fucking
Oh,
movie.
man.
The little techno version.
Oh, think about it. 2002, 2003 is when 50 Cent comes out and is like the most gangster rapper. Like there was no rappers who were cracking
Yeah.
at all who were not gangster rappers.
Yeah.
But then by like 2006, 2008, you have Kid Cudi and Lupe Fiasco being huge.
Yeah.
That shows you how much change happened in
Yo.
hip hop during just a couple years there. And a big part of it was Kanye, obviously. It was like
Yeah.
when Kanye beat 50 in sales, like I was intently watching that. Thought
remember
for
that.
sure 50 was gonna win, and then 50 got his ass handed to him, and it was like,
Yo,
Oh,
you,
shit.
Yo, you
Things
remember
are
Chalk?
Wasn't that the graduation album too, I think?
Yeah, that
It was
like-
either his second or
that
his
was like
third
around that
album.
time.
I forget.
Yo,
yeah.
do you remember Charles Hamilton?
Oh my god, he got
Yes.
slapped by a girl. His career was over.
That's I Love College, right?
No,
Hell
that's
no,
Asher
that's
Roth.
Asher
I've seen Asher Roth like DJing parties in LA.
Yeah,
For sure.
for sure.
Wait. Charles Hamilton is the black nigga, right?
Yeah.
But
He was fucking with.
he
Wait,
was-
Reorder. He's affiliated with Rita Ora, right?
He was very early, like nerd
backpack
backpack
rap.
rapper, like blog era nerd rapper, and
then he got
had
smacked
a
by a
clip
girl.
where his girl confronted him outside of a show or some shit, and he like says some shit to diss her, and she just smacks the fuck out of him.
You know,
Yeah, she
oh,
hold
wait
him.
a minute. I know who he is. So I watch anime, right? And this is fucking guy
Pause.
on YouTube I watch named Foreign Everworld. He's like a big YouTuber, right?
Okay.
He paid Charles Hamilton for a feature, I guess.
Oh, my
And
God.
Charles Hamilton,
That's kind of fire.
I think he did like bad on the song, and then the fucking
Charles
guy
Hamilton's
was,
still selling features on here?
I don't know, but the YouTube guy was fucking mad at Charles Hamilton. He was like airing him out on YouTube.
We should do a YouTube video where I just
Like, where are
pay
they now?
rappers to give me features.
That'd be dope,
Pe-
actually.
people do that. Like Patrick CC does shit like that too.
No, but he like lowballs him. He's like, "I'll give you $5." You see that he does all his videos in the dark now with the like, fucking.
Like the dark side of blah blah
I
blah.
actually asked him about it, and he said that he wasn't planning on doing it forever, but he was like doing like
was
he has
kinda
really
funny.
good audio. He's like, "Oh yeah,
It's like
and
the
then
dark
this
side of
happened.
this rapper.
and he's like it's totally dark, and he's got like a fucking flashlight
Because like
illuminating his face.
it's because those like the dark side videos are like going crazy right now on people and just like bringing out their like secret sides that nobody knows about them. and
I was about to
shit.
say, didn't No Jumper put a dark side of somebody out?
Yeah,
the dark side of NLE Chopper.
Yeah.
None of my,
I was like, hold
but
on.
none of my fans apparently give a shit about. I'm not even going to get into the vaccine thing, but nobody wanted to hear me talk about how fucking
How like irresponsible that
I
is.
was like, let's not talk about the vaccine.
Let's not
again.
go into the vaccine.
Let's not talk about
Since
it.
you guys are intent to die of
Stop
COVID
it!
at some
I've been
point.
talking about this shit every day.
AD had fucking COVID 9 times already. He's the ultimate survivor. His innards are just destroyed. That's why he's drinking himself away, because he doesn't fucking have anything left to live for now that COVID is ravaging his body. I'm gonna write a little short story about you. How you feel about that? A short story about my friend AD whose turn on is getting COVID from as many people as possible.
What?
That's your turn on.
He just goes to the hospital. He's like, "Hey, breathe on me.
Oh, cough on me.
Hey, babe, breathe in my mouth."
That's weird.
That's real. Okay. Can we? All right. Now we have to touch on this.
Okay, yeah, we kind of got to talk about the second part of what we were talking about.
Iggy of fucking Azalea. She is something else, isn't she, man?
Did you hear about that at least?
We talked about it yesterday.
That's actually how I know that you are all fucked up, because he acknowledged
How?
that he listened to a 30-minute Instagram live from Iggy Azalea,
But you didn't
then
listen
he
to
didn't
the
listen to a whole
album?
lot of Red.
Because
That's-
You would rather listen to a
Wait
white
a
woman
minute.
tear a black man down than listen
Wait a
to the
minute.
album that you spent
Wait
3
a minute.
years on,
Wait a minute.
revolutionizing hip hop,
Wait
co-opting
a
punk
minute.
rock and metal.
Put him in his place.
Punk
Hold
rock
on,
might
hold
not
on.
even exist anymore.
Hold
Justify
on.
yourself.
In my defense,
I can't believe
I
you,
have
AD.
to give everything the car test. I'm not going to just listen to it
Nigga,
on
you
my
drive
phone.
every
You
day.
drive everywhere.
But I drive 10
Yeah,
minutes to
I
get
know.
here, bro.
He's
Yeah, no.
listening to like
You
OT
need to- you
Genesis,
need-
Spotify Essentials in
Wait
the
a
car
minute.
for the
Wait.
1800th time.
Wait a minute. I live 10 minutes away
Yeah, no,
from
you need
here.
to go take on a. You
That'll
need to
give
go
you
on
a
a
good
long
3-4 songs.
Wait a minute. No,
Nah,
no.
you gotta
When I
listen to it
When I
cohesively.
listen to an album, bro, it's only 2 ways that I rate it. I give it the car test, or I'm at home, I put my fucking AirPods on or whatever headphones I got, and I fucking zone out and listen. You feel me? I haven't had time to do that.
Okay, well, I need you to drive a brick to Corona, so that should
A
give you
brick?
about 2 or
No.
3 times you
No,
can
no,
listen
no,
to
no.
it. Yeah.
Go.
Drive a brick to Corona.
No,
for me.
That would work.
drive to San Diego. Just go get a burrito
And
or
then
something.
turn around.
And
Yep.
then turn around.
Get me some tacos, bring them back.
They got good tacos.
And,
in there.
and driving to San Diego and back, I mean, if you go right now, you
2
can kind
hours.
of breeze through traffic.
Oh, no, you'll be there an hour 45.
Yeah. But that's
I have driven there too many times where it took me 6 fucking hours, but that was when.
Huh?
6.
But that was pre-COVID.
To get there once?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
in
like
tra-
one
in
way?
if you
traffic?
drive down
Wait,
on
wait,
like
wait,
a
in
Friday
traffic?
afternoon
Yeah,
or
yeah,
evening, it'll be so
I've done
insane.
that. I've done that. It's been
Maybe
4 or
6
5.
is gnarly, but like 5 is like
I was
not,
like,
the- that's not that surprising.
I've done 5 going to San Diego
Oh, yeah.
or going back.
And you think you're going to do the
And
little
it's
2-hour
back-to-back
drive.
traffic. It's
Yes,
back-to-back
because
traffic.
there's so many fucking people who need to leave LA on the weekends. God, it is bad.
Damn.
No,
I would
but
never do that.
I
only go to San Diego at like 1 a.m.
Exactly. Then you can breeze through it, yeah.
I'm going to listen to it, but I want to give it an honest opinion. And I wasn't going to sit here up here. and
Okay, but
capitulate.
but that's not what
I
this is about.
appreciate you
This
know.
is about Cardi fucking getting called out by Iggy Azalea, the white devil.
On Christmas.
She really like you know, like when a girl, like picture the worst thing a girl ever did, like when she says you got a little dick, or she tells you you're bad in bed or something. You know when that, like, she says the one thing that really just hits, like, damn, you're gonna do that? And I feel like that's what she was doing here. She knows that there's nothing that's more important to Playboy Cardi than putting out this album.
Yeah.
And clearly he didn't even want people to know about his kid for like 2 years because he had an album coming out.
The kid's not 2 at all.
It's like Gilbert's what, a year old?
He calls my kid too.
All I'm saying though is that
The kid is
she
nowhere
knew,
near 2.
Like you have driven a woman to her lowest place when
Yeah.
she will come out and do the messiest shit possible to expose you. But you know what you can point out is that she didn't say that he beat her. She didn't say that he abused
She
her.
kept
That's
alluding-
normally what girls say, right?
Yeah, but she kept alluding to like, I dare you to say something because all the other shit will come
See,
out.
but I'm not a fan of anybody putting their personal
Yeah, no, exactly. Me
relationship
too.
shit on there. So it's not like I'm choosing sides when it comes to it.
I
I
feel
just
you.
don't, because if Cardi would have called her out, I would have said the same thing. That's lame.
On
You
her
sitting
album
there,
release, everybody be like, "Oh, what? She put an album out?"
not even just an album release. But if he sat there and said, "Yeah, my baby mama is this and she this, she that," I'm like, "My nigga, that's lame. Why you putting your baby mama out there?" You feel what I'm
I
saying?
think you're right,
So
honestly,
it goes both ways. I don't feel like anybody should be disrespecting their. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here because, like, at a certain point though, it's like how much, if like half of the shit that she was saying was true to her in her mind, like that's like the final straw end of it. You feel me? And it's like
It felt like she had been pushed. She was a woman who had been pushed so
for
far,
sure.
and this was the only thing that she had is I'm gonna shit on your album release.
Yeah.
And he apparently gave her a pretty good reason by having this. Like if what she's really saying is true about him sort of ghosting on the family vacation at the last minute,
Yeah.
as a new dad, I can't help but feel for her. Like, damn, that shit is kind of grimy.
Can I be honest,
And I'm
though?
a person who wouldn't have really given 2 fucks about that
Can I
until
see?
my baby.
yeah.
you know?
Can I be honest?
As a parent, I understand that completely. But
Can I-
there's ways that you do that.
But-
hit them up directly and then confront. Don't
She
put it on the
probably
internet.
did, and he probably didn't give 2 fucks. He probably didn't pick the phone up.
No, he probably didn't answer because he knew that he was being a dickhead. Can I be honest? As like a scumbag that is working to be out of that place, I was like, this is some shit that I would do. Like, be fucked up, like off opium for 10 days with fucking Uzi playing the PS5, and I'm like, do I really want to go home? for this
Ghosting
baby-
her on her
for this-
scheduled
I'm like, do I
C-section.
really want to go home for this birth right now?
Ghosting?
Like,
No, I don't fuck with that. I feel like
I'm just saying, like,
my nigga, if
I'm
I
looking
have
at
a
it.
kid, if I have a kid on the way, I'm racing over there.
That's what I'm
they
saying,
have
bro.
fucking movies about people are trying to get home.
Y'all
and shit
not
like
living
that.
the rock star lifestyle. That's why. Y'all niggas are not off opium for
I
10
don't
days
know.
straight.
I hear you.
You're right.
But like,
Wait,
as someone
wait,
who-
listen, wait.
as someone who
Wait.
just gave birth,
Hold on. I gotta say
I
this.
cannot imagine.
I gotta say this. This was before the PS5 even came out.
I know, and that affected
This is
how
before
I
it
felt
even
about
came
it, too.
out.
Because that's some exclusive shit.
Bro,
That is kind of fire.
And him and Uzi was beefing at the time before.
Allegedly, that's what I don't understand.
So that's
about
what I'm
it.
saying. So they had just got cool. Bros just linked back up. I got the
PS5
PS5 early. And you got to think about it. This is probably when he met Filthy and all them because he was in Philly.
You think he met them? Then?
I mean, I met them, but I'm saying like Filthy has no other Playboy Cardi credits.
How can you
before this.
justify ghosting your kid
I'm
on
not
the day that your
justifying
kid
it.
is born?
I'm just saying. I'm just giving you. I'm giving you like his mind frame. He's probably off like 3 bottles of like walk that Desto Dub had in the
It
freezer.
made me feel like a different person.
Desto
because-
Dub had 3
Listen,
had
I
3
didn't
pints of
go-
walk in the
I
freezer
didn't
since
go
it got.
on a BMX trip that my fucking team went on.
But you not Playboy Cardi releasing the best album of the decade.
Listen, I didn't go on a BMX trip that was like 3 weeks before my girl gave birth.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, no, I got to be around while she's going through this. Like a girl who's pregnant, like 9 fucking months pregnant, she's going through some shit, like brutal, like pain. It's hard to move around. She can't do shit.
Yeah, I've been there.
And so for me, like even 3 weeks before she gave birth, it was like, no, I can't go on this trip. You guys go. You guys film without me. Whatever. By the way, onsomeshit.com. If you leave a good comment, you could win this new merchandise right here. Or at least go to onsomeshit.com and check out our stuff. But all I'm saying,
But do you?
I'm gonna
think
keep it
hard
real.
for me to
I'm
understand
gonna
that.
keep it real. Even my last kid, I wasn't there up until maybe a week before my son was born.
You
Now-
weren't there at all?
No,
Now
I'm
we
just
get-
saying, I'm moving around.
we getting into
I
it.
gotta work. I gotta pay bills.
Now we keeping it real because y'all niggas ain't trying to keep it real.
I have the
no,
pandemic.
I'm keeping it real.
Yeah, that's what I'm
the
saying.
bills don't stop because I'm about to have a baby.
Yeah, but
I gotta go get it.
That's a good excuse if you moving around is how you get paid. The problem with me
That's
is
how I
that,
get paid.
especially during a pandemic, it's not like I'm going out and getting bags. Like the only money I can make is like on my computer at home or on my computer basically here at the
Yeah.
office. It's like it's not like I'm gonna like go, oh babe, I gotta go to this concert or whatever. And especially during
yeah.
a pandemic and with a baby, it's like, oh, that's like way
Yeah.
too.
But see, I
dangerous,
had
you know?
my son before COVID, so I'm getting bags places. I'm like, come on, like it'd be different if it was like, okay,
I mean, at the end of the day, he should have been there. If you missed it, you know, just because you were fucking off, it's like it's not the end of the world, but it's definitely not something that, you know, it's really not something that should be brought to the public's eyes. That should be between y'all.
That's
It
what I
would have
said
been
my
nice.
problem
It
was.
would have been nice if she didn't do that. But this is one thing. I'm reading through the lines of her calling him out.
Yeah, you got you.
She didn't call him out as being as bad as I kind of assume that he is, because if you listen to Playboi Carti's music, you would think that he is guzzling a pint of lean every day, that he's taking shitloads of pills, and that he's fucking like a million fucking girls.
What else? She
She
kind of was
called
saying
him
some
out
of
for
that.
fucking one girl, and she didn't mention drug abuse at all, which is kind of making me wonder if this guy is even as big a drug addict as he claims to be, or if she just figured, okay, I'm not gonna say that you are all fucked up on drugs
Yeah,
and stuff. But the fact that she didn't call him out for that,
I think
and the
she's trying
fact
to
that
spare him a little
She
bit.
said, You're with this girl who you cheated on my whole pregnancy. In my mind, based on listening to his music, I'm picturing Playboi Carti cheating on her with dozens of women
Wait,
throughout
wait,
the
wait.
pregnancy.
the girl also said that wasn't her.
Wait, hold on, wait. I don't know if you watched the whole entire live, but she did. Hold on, listen.
IDK.
Hey, wait. I don't know if you watched the entire live, but she did get to the point of her saying like, "Oh, you think you're the only one? Like, it's like 7 or 8 other girls that I know about."
Even 7 or 8. I mean, you're Playboy Cardi.
No.
Playboy with an I. I mean, I want you to be literally.
But I'm saying,
drowning in ass.
if your baby mama finds out about 8 of your side bitches, that's a lot.
But look,
to get
if she
caught.
knows about 8,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
What did he say? I just fucked a bitch in Paraguay.
Like-
I hated that was a bar for him. Is just saying a country and then he fucked a bitch there. It's like you're Playboy with an I.
I wish-
Cardi, you're supposed to go on vacation and fuck a whole room full of cheerleaders.
No, but let me say this though. We don't know the real situation because I'll give you a prime example. I'm in Vegas, bro. Me and all the homies get fucked up. The next day is Father's Day, so we're all up
yeah.
and we're flying to go home for Father's Day early in the morning. This nigga is asleep and won't get up out of his fucking
Exactly.
bed.
Who?
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi?
No, I'm talking about one of my homeboys.
okay.
So like,
No, exactly.
He missed Father's Day.
I missed Christmas, and I didn't go home till like midnight.
But this is his
on
kid. It's
Christmas.
Father's Day, the day you're supposed to be.
If you don't have kids,
You know what I'm
Christmas
saying?
is not really that big a deal.
Yeah.
Like if you see your mom on
Yeah.
Christmas, like it's nice, but it's also like she's a grown ass woman. Like
Yeah.
your kid on Christmas, also like his kid's like.
But
Okay, wait.
even Father's Day, bro.
Right.
My homie missed Father's Day because he was asleep. He
Yeah.
got too drunk the night before.
It sounds like he's an asshole, just like
Just
Playboy
like-
Cardi. And you. And you.
I made it home. I made it home.
Yeah.
I made it home.
Like coming from a nigga that has missed countless important things that I was supposed to do from being fucked up, I don't think that
I think about that. Like, when will I let my kid down? And in what way?
when will I let my kid
You know,
down.
like we got a couple of years before my kid will really be able to even understand.
That's what,
what
and I
is
think that,
expected
and
of
that's
me,
what he
but
said, and
I
that's
let
what
my
he
kid-
said.
I let my kid
listen,
down today.
Wait, no,
How?
listen.
What'd you do?
Okay, look.
Short version.
Short version.
Not
of
a
this.
10-minute
Yeah,
story.
I'm trying-
not a 10-minute
I'm trying to
story.
stay on the same
Hold on,
subject,
Hold
that's
on,
why.
hold on. My daughter got an electric scooter. Her cousins, the guys that we was with on the bus, they gave her an electric scooter. But they told me, they said, we wanted to stay at your house. We don't want to stay at her mom's house. So my daughter has been hitting me up and asking me, Dad, why can't I take my scooter to my mom's house? And I can't tell her that they don't want me to leave it over there and stuff like
Because
that.
it's in the hood?
She don't live in the hood, but she don't. I mean,
They
where
don't
she,
want it to be in a shitty area.
I don't even think it's a shitty area. I think it's the other people that's in the household,
Oh, they think someone will steal it.
something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I can't tell. My daughter has probably hit me up the most in her life, like 50 times today. Dad, why can't I get my scooter? Like, why can't my mom take it? And I'm like, I just got to take the L because I don't want to tell my baby mama that, and I don't even want to tell my daughter that. So I'll just take the L. I'll be the bad guy, but she's upset.
No, you are a bad guy. That's a fact.
But listen, but listen. If okay, the kid is only like what, like maybe a year old or
Hey, he
whatever.
finally posted the kid
Yeah, he's posting the kid.
with a weird filter on, so the kid looks like it's a fucking vampire or some shit. I was like, what the hell are you doing, bro?
No, but look, so the kid is not gonna remember this first Christmas.
Not at all.
I mean, I feel that, but
Like-
it's kind of like there has to be like some symbolic gestures. If you're like, I'm picturing,
I'm
she's
just
really saying like
I'm
that
just
he was
saying.
like pleading
just
with
saying.
her. Yo, all right.
Bro, I've done that to plenty of bitches.
Wait,
Yo.
I just had this conversation with my mom. I'm like, look,
By
it
the
really
way,
doesn't
lady-
matter what
wait.
you get my
By the way,
one-year-old
ladies-
son. He's not
ladies,
gonna
I would
remember
never
his
do
gifts
this.
till he's 5.
What?
Like, when do you start remembering gifts and stuff like that?
Yeah, but if you're a total shithead to your kid during the time period that they can't remember, by the time they do start remembering
It is
shit,
fucked
you've
up.
kind of laid a bad like framework to
For
work
who?
on.
For who?
For him or her.
They're not gonna even know or remember.
Well, so you're gonna like pick
You're
an
gonna miss
art-
the first 5
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
You're gonna be a
That's what
deadbeat
Iggy-
for 5
that's what
years,
Iggy
and
was
then you're
saying.
gonna-
My kid just turned 3.5. She's gonna start remembering stuff. I gotta go be a good dad. I've been a total piece of shit for the last 3 years.
Or like, okay, all right. Let me give you an example of like my dad being there from when I was like born until I was in maybe like elementary school, and then completely just exited my life
That was
altogether.
terrible.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, I don't remember any of the good shit that you did, and now you left my life at like the most pivotal time where I was like going into middle school
That's
and
shitty.
becoming a man. So I'm saying
That
like that's
is
like
shitty.
different. It's that's a different side of a coin. I feel like that's worse.
Oh, I definitely think it's
I
better.
think that's worse too.
I think
They're
that's
both
worse.
bad.
I don't even
'Cause
remember.
You gave me some
took it
type
away.
of hope.
Okay,
and you
but,
just took it
but,
away.
but I agree.
Exactly.
Okay, it would
That's
be,
worse.
That's not funny, phone.
No, I'm just saying it's worse.
It would be
You're right, though.
better if we had to pick two options. It would be better for me to ignore my kid, I guess, for like the first 4 years.
Why are we even talking about this?
It would be better for me to ignore my kid for the first 4 years of her life and then be in the entire rest of
I
her
agree.
life, than for me to be around for the first 4 years and then ghost her.
Everybody-
that would be worse.
Ghost the
Everybody
baby.
listening,
Neither
no.
is good.
Stay in your kid's life from
Don't
the day
ghost
that
the
they're
baby.
born until the day you fucking die.
Yeah.
Leave it like that.
No, I feel you.
I mean, if you and the baby aren't vibing,
I just want some babies have bad vibes.
like
And you can definitely exit your way out of their life if they got bad vibes. I feel that.
it's like I can't.
No, that's
it's
not
like I
cool.
can't. I
fill out a
can't.
form at the adoption center.
I
bad
can't.
vibes.
I can't pour up lean with the baby. I can't play the.
Not yet.
I can't play unreleased PS5 with the baby. I
Yes, you
play-
can.
Well, you can play it with Uzi.
I think Playboy Cardi has the juice to have the system delivered to whatever Airbnb. Yo, but throughout this whole thing, didn't you really end up feeling like, man, Iggy Azalea is just living.
She's
like,
down bad.
She's a citizen, and she's dating this dude who's a rock star. He could have
No,
been a
but she-
Slayer.
See, look,
I feel like the demon just left my body
you're
right
so,
there.
You're so mad about that. It's so funny.
and see, and that's the thing that I sat there and I stand by my point is like you're a 30-year-old woman with how old is Playboy Cardi?
Probably like 24, 23.
He's like 23, 24. Like you said, rock star living his life.
But-
what did you think he was going to be?
But she made a very good point. She said, I had #1 song, #1 album at the time. Like, at the time I was that same age, and it's certain shit you're gonna have to compromise, but you don't have to treat your family like shit.
Maybe Iggy just needs somebody more mature.
I mean, it's kind of too late for at that point. I mean, not that it's too late for her to date someone else, but like they already had the baby.
No, that's fine.
Like,
but I'm just saying, like,
Question though, do you think that there's one song in the album where he just repeatedly says like, "I need to know everybody you fucked in this
Yes.
room"? Do you think that was about her?
I think
And do
that's
you
about
think
the random side
but
bitches.
is that-
I feel the same way.
Is that a reference to the fact that she previously dated the rapper that Playboy Cardi is signed to?
Oh no, maybe.
I guess I
don't know.
He wouldn't need her to tell him
who
that.
is he signed to?
Rocky.
ASAP Rocky.
And she used
For
to
real?
date
Yeah,
him.
she
She,
used to
had the
date-
fucking
yeah.
tattoo of ASAP
Yeah.
on her fan. I just wonder, like what is that
Mind
bar
blown.
when is Playboy Cardi ever in a room? Like he also says he doesn't leave the house. Repeatedly on the album,
Yeah, he
he
did
makes
say
it
that.
clear he's not
But
leaving
I
the
think-
house. He's not going anywhere.
Because you know why?
Because I ain't leaving the house either. So I,
I
love
don't think
that.
I don't think he
wait,
gives a fuck though. If
No,
he-
he. Why would he not give a fuck when he said that on this album like 3 times on the same song? Like, Like, who do you
Wants to
fuck
know
in this
who you
room?
fucked in this room.
I need to know who you fucked in this room.
No, that's real, but I don't think he's talking about ASAP Rocky
I don't.
though.
No,
No, because he already knows that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
yeah.
think that was referred to Iggy at all. I feel like that's like something that you press like the random groupie bitches like to know.
No, bro. If you
Nah,
have a baby
nah,
with
nah.
anybody, are you considering
Well,
having
he
a family
already
with?
knows about her. I'm saying
No, I'm talking
this
about
line
if
in
you
the
go
song.
anywhere, right? If you go into celebrity events, you go to parties and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that, you want to know who did you fuck in this room so I don't be sitting here looking stupid.
Oh,
you know what
God.
I'm saying?
Or,
Because
like, about
niggas
to
do
beef
shit
with
like
niggas.
okay. Exactly.
So you think that if I even I'm 4 years into my relationship with my girl,
Yes.
if me and her go to a party and there's somebody in the party that she fucked, but that I don't know before I even fucking met her, that she should tell me, yo, I fucked that guy
Bro,
6 years
Bro,
ago.
I swear,
Like, fuck do I care?
I swear,
I would love to not talk about it, you know?
But see, that's different. 'Cause, like, you're not a rapper. You don't have to conversate with rappers every day. Well, technically you do, but
Yeah, technically
you know,
I am a rapper. I'm basically a rapper. I be rapping.
but you know, like peers,
Yeah.
your peers and stuff. Like
I see both
Somebody
sides.
you're dealing with? I
Somebody
agree.
you're dealing with.
If it was like a rapper who I'm about to interview and he just got popping and she needs to tell me, hey, I fucked him back in the day, then okay, this is an annoying conversation that we do have to have.
and it
'Cause
goes.
I don't want him sitting there knowing some shit that I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And it goes both ways because I've done that with my baby mom before, where it's like I take her to the club and I'm like, hey, her. She's like, you fucked her too? I'm like, at least I have to let you know because if she comes up to me and
gives you
tries
that
to
extra out ass hug.
not
or
even
something.
extra out. She can say, hey, what's up? Boom, boom. Talk to the girl. That girl can be trying to do something funny because she sees me with another girl.
Yeah.
And if I didn't put her on game ahead of time,
Then
then I'm fucked up.
Then
But
you
it's
fuck.
a huge double standard because if me and my girl are out and we see a girl that I fucked back in the day, I'll just tell her. I'll be like, yeah, I used to fuck with her back in the day.
But, I mean,
she's not gonna like.
Y'all
get
do
too-
porn though, so I don't know. It might be
It's kind
different.
of different, yeah.
Y'all used to fucking all type of different people anyway.
It is different standards.
Yeah.
It's way different, completely
But
different.
I was listening to Ruby Rose talk about how her friends are not allowed to fuck any guy that she ever dated. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Bro,
That's
I'm
what-
not gonna.
That's bugged out to me.
That's how normal people
I know.
operate.
A lot of people are like that. But if you live in LA and you've like fucked a lot of people, and especially if you're in the sex worker world, then I mean,
Who she's in the sex worker world?
No, he's talking about himself.
she's not. But I'm just saying, like, I know girls who, like, you know, think about all the people I know in porn who are in happy relationships, and literally the girl has fucked all 50, because like if you do
Yeah, but
porn, you're
that's
fucking like 50 male porn stars.
that is
but that's-
completely
and
different
not that
standards of
many other
living.
ones. Yeah,
But see,
Standard
yeah,
of
that's
life.
different. And it's like, even Housephone, right? I got respect for him. If Housephone is in love with some girl who's been like that, I'm not. Hey, phone. If I like her, hey, is it cool if I smack? If he tell me no, I wouldn't talk to her.
Okay, but let me
Off
hit
the
you.
strength.
Wait,
Let me
wait.
give you a hypothetical. Say the house
Nah,
phone is
I
in
don't-
love with a girl.
I
You
don't wanna
know
give
that
you a-
he's lusting
wait.
after a girl.
I don't wanna
but
give you a
you fucked her a
hypothetical.
couple years ago.
And if I feel,
Are you
certain-
gonna tell him?
And if I feel a
Can I
certain
give you a
yes,
real
if I feel a
situation?
certain
No, I wanna
way
know
about
this
it,
one
I'ma tell
first.
him. If I feel a certain way about it, because guess what? Over women, niggas will kill you.
Yes.
Niggas will do all types
Okay,
of shit.
But I'm
So
assuming
I'll
you
say
don't
how-
give a fuck.
hold
You've
on.
moved on.
Wait,
but
wait,
would
wait,
you tell
wait,
him for
Can I
his
just give-
safety?
No.
Can
If
I
I
just-
give a fuck, I'm gonna tell Housephone. I'm gonna say, hey, Housephone, I wouldn't like it if you
But I'm
fucked with her.
specifically asking if you didn't give
I
a
can
fuck.
just give you
Oh, I
guys
didn't
an
give a fuck.
actual
Okay,
scenario,
you go.
and
I'll
you
tell
guys
them,
tell me, okay? All right. So I was out, somewhere at a gathering, a little small one.
The gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah, basically. And I was like, I was talking to someone, and they mentioned this guy was about to pull up, and the girl that I was like, seeing at the time, this is a long time ago. The girl I was seeing at the time, she used to fuck with a guy that was about to come, and they had a very like bad situation. You feel me? Like, stalking her outside the crib, like on some weird shit, like like probably about to like kill her type shit. You feel me?
Ooh.
So if I didn't know this information that she used to fuck with him, if she didn't previously put me up on game about that, then when someone telling me that this guy was about to come, I would have never known to be like, yo, this nigga's on the way, do you want to leave? And she immediately was like, yeah, like I don't want to be here, whatever, right? But if she never told me that, because she didn't hear that this guy was on the way, I heard it and I told her, and then she was like, yo, like,
If she wants to go, she should go. For sure. We can all agree on that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, like,
It's about being
about being
transparent.
transparent.
But think about this
But
scenario.
wait, but I'm
the
just saying-
situation that's interesting is if you tell the house phone that the girl he's in love with you fucked 3 years ago, if you don't give a shit.
Yes, because he should know.
Right. Well, I agree.
He should know.
I'm
But
saying
how do you
like,
have that? Do you feel like you're close enough with him that you can just pull him
Wait a-
aside?
wait a-
Listen,
yes.
the girl you love,
Yeah.
she swallowed my babies a couple years ago, and I just wanted to let you know.
Bro,
That's kind of
I've
bugged out,
been
right?
through this.
I feel like we've all
I've
had
been
to
through
do
this
that
a
before.
million times, bro.
Yeah,
but
we've all had to
how
do that.
weird? How weird would it be?
If
that
you
I'm
didn't
sitting
tell me,
next-
it would be weird.
That's fucked up. I'd be
If
like,
you-
you know what? If it was something like that, I'd be like, oh, this nigga don't fuck with me like that.
Exactly.
Because he's sitting
If
next
you
to
didn't
me.
tell me,
He's
yeah.
doing podcasts with me, and he has information that he could have been shared, and I
Yeah.
have to find out. It's like, nah, you don't fuck with me.
Let me hit you one more hypothetical. I remember when there was this whole thing where Game was recording a song and the footage came out. I don't think the song actually
The
even came
Kardashian
out.
shit?
Yeah, but he was saying that he was basically saying that he fucked Sin Santana before she was dating Joe Budden. And at this time, Joe Budden was engaged to her. And Joe Budden went on his podcast and he said that he hadn't had that conversation with her, that he never asked her if she had slept with him. And basically
even care.
that was part of him explaining away how he didn't give two fucks about this.
But-
do you believe that they never had that conversation? And if you are him in that situation, do you definitely want to know that? And especially when you think about the Joe Budden Game thing is weird because they were beefing in fucking 2004.
I feel like at that point you don't ask questions because if it was true, then it's gonna hurt even more, and you gotta act like it didn't even.
I think-
you gotta act like it didn't even happen.
But
I
you
think-
gotta not care.
I
Even
think-
if you don't,
You gotta
even
not
if you
care.
you
No,
gotta
you
not care because it's none of your
because if
fucking
she
business.
did, then you're gonna be even more mad.
And if she did, it's like, so what? She's a grown ass woman having sex with a rapper. Like, what do you expect
Yeah.
of her? You know,
I think Joe Budden is like
That's why you hold
way
it in.
more mature and higher in age to where he doesn't care no more.
You
think
Because
so?
yeah, gangbanging, he ain't running around getting
How
pressed
old?
by people and shit.
How old is Joe Budden? He's
But Joe Budden is one of those-
He's probably 40, maybe.
Joe
that's
Joe
what
Budden
I'm
is a
saying.
nigga that cares about shit like that. For
But
sure.
what I'm saying
he has
is,
an ego
You
too.
think he's more emotional or less emotional
I
than
think
you?
I think
don't
by
know.
the time that I'm 40 years old, and if I'm dealing with somebody that's a possibility. It's like,
No,
it's like I
yeah,
don't give a
for
fuck
sure.
now. You know what I'm saying?
When you're 18, when you're 21, it's easy
don't
to
like
be like,
that.
oh, like I can't fuck with that girl because she used to fuck with my homie because there's so like people are so new to life. People's body counts are not that insanely high.
Yeah.
I'm 37. If I was single right now and I had to pick out a new girl that I'm gonna be wifed up with, what are the fucking odds that we're gonna have anything in common? And that she's not already gonna have fucked somebody
Yeah.
that I
See?
know. Of
Yeah.
course she is gonna. Unless she just moved here from Ohio yesterday.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's pretty unlikely that she's not gonna smash somebody I know.
Which is why you gotta find random Ohio bitches.
or
No,
just accept
no,
that people
you
you
have to-
date or
you
marry
have
are
to-
gonna have had sex with somebody that you know.
No, you have to
it.
find random Ohio
No,
bitches.
when you meet a girl and you like, look, we're gonna be in a relationship, we're gonna do something together. You know I'm in this industry. Let me know all the rappers that you didn't fuck.
I don't need to know like a
I want
list
to
of
know
them.
because depending on what you give me, I can either accept it or I can move on. But it's not going to be no secret. So if I have to coexist,
I feel like
with
no
these
girl's
people,
gonna come off
Yes,
rip
they-
like
yes,
that.
they
and just
will.
and give you a list of
It
rappers.
depends on how long the list is.
I done got a list every time.
What if the list is like 20 dudes long and it's got like
And you know
a
all
bunch of
20
your
of them.
dead homies?
That's
It's got
fine.
Tupac
That's
is on
fine.
the
If
list.
I still listen,
you got fucking
Tupac.
Easy E. How long is this list gonna
Now,
be?
no, but that's when you have to be mature.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? It's okay. You didn't have to give me the list.
I only want to know if we're gonna be in a situation where like I need to know, like I said, when we're like with that girl.
But you
like,
know ahead of time, so you know
That's
you
what
know
I'm
what you're getting
saying.
yourself into.
That's what I'm saying.
You
But,
can
like,
sit there and say, like Lil Wayne said, I wouldn't care if you was a prostitute.
prostitute
You know what I'm
and
saying?
you hit every man that you ever knew.
So with that being said, I know he's like, I hate it.
Singing
Sorry,
shit.
No,
bitch.
I'm just thinking about what he meant by that.
He wouldn't give a fuck.
meant
What
that
do you
he
mean?
doesn't care if you fucked
said-
everybody. You're
But
my girl.
You agree with that?
Yes.
To a certain extent.
That
yeah.
if you met a girl and you liked her and then you found out that she had
If I
fucked
was
literally
wait,
everyone you
wait a
know.
minute, wait a minute. If I was vibing with her, the chemistry
Oh, God,
was
I don't
good.
give a
I
fuck.
liked her in every single way. She's not like that no more.
Yeah, I don't-
Okay, fuck it.
But she got tag teamed by Whack 100 and Big U.
That's fine.
Who cares?
I don't believe you
That
that you
was
wouldn't
before.
care.
That was before me.
I don't
Yeah.
believe you that
I'm
you
not
wouldn't
going to bring
care.
her to dinner with everybody over
If
there.
you're gonna wipe her up, you gotta bring her
No,
to
no,
dinner.
no. I'm not bringing.
I'm not saying that Big U and Whack 100 would do such a thing.
I'm not like.
Although what a mental image
You
that would
can't
be.
bring her to dinner with Big U
That's
and
what
Whack
I'm
100.
saying. I can't bring her there. She will have
You-
to
you
understand.
gotta
That's what I'm saying.
Why
That'd
I
be a little
can't bring her
awkward.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, but for the most part, nah. Like
Yeah.
that was the past.
If you're never gonna be in like,
And it's a double standard because then it's gonna have to come to my list. Who did you all fuck? And then it's like,
but like the random.
What if she fucked Tom Hanks and then you but he's one of your favorite actors, and you're gonna have to go to the movies and watch these movies with Tom Hanks in
that's
it.
Tom Hanks. Fuck him again.
That's fair. I respect that. No, but okay. Say, what's your favorite movie? Your favorite movie series?
Catch Me If You Can. Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's not a series.
Oh, he said series.
What if your girl got dogged out by someone from one of like the Avengers movies? You watched that shit, right?
Yes.
What did she fuck? One of the dudes she fucked
She
Captain
fucked
Planet,
Iron Man.
Captain America.
My bitch fucked Iron Man.
Yes.
I'm happy.
For real?
Yes.
You're gonna be watching it, enjoying it more.
My nigga.
I feel like you're a cuck now, and I like it. I like it.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, because they're gonna say this. They're gonna say, okay, who did your bitch fuck with before you? Tom Hanks and Captain America. Now she fucks with AD.
You're going around bragging that? You're bragging about that?
I'm not bragging about it, but if somebody asks me, my nigga, she fucked Captain America, Tom Hanks, and she went to AD. That means that I'm lit just like these niggas in my head.
I respect that. Whatever you need to sleep at night.
I never thought about it like that. I never
she fucked Iron Man. She fucked a fictional character.
My nigga. Allegedly.
You should dress up as Iron Man. It'd
Bitches
be fun.
bitches be pressing me about like dating white bitches. Like, oh, I know you like white bitches or something. And this girl was like,
I don't get that at all.
All right, look. So this girl was like, oh, like let me see one of your exes or something. And I was like, no, like let me see one of yours. And she was like, I wouldn't want to hurt your feelings. And I was like, ooh. Like,
so look,
okay,
just imagine.
Like what is that?
That's
even?
one thing I can't handle is when you be chilling with a girl, you meet a girl. And she's so proud of herself because she fucked some rapper.
Yeah.
They like you just know. You just find out like, oh, she fucked Tyga 6 months ago,
But
and
see,
she thinks she's
that's
lit.
why
so
you.
lit.
That's
makes
why
me
you
so
have.
annoyed. That's the
No,
worst.
That's why you
That
have
would
to
make
get
me
the
stop-
card facts ahead
that
of
would-
time.
no, that
so
would
you
make-
know what you're getting yourself into.
That would make me stop talking to any bitch. Like
Housephone brought a girl over my house and she rolled a blunt on the carpet.
what did it have to do with anything?
I'm just saying
it doesn't mean nothing.
I'm not saying that she was the grimiest girl I ever met in my life, but
It was
that
close. You
blunt
shouldn't roll
rolling
blunts
technique,
on-
and also
Yeah, you
like
shouldn't roll
if
blunts
you
on
roll the
carpet.
blunt in my house right now on the carpet, it wouldn't be that
It
bad
wouldn't be
because we
that
get
bad.
our house clean.
But
This was a
this was
dirty
the
ass carpet.
dirtiest carpet
Like
of
yo,
all
there's
time.
magazines, there's books right over there. There's all kinds of there's a desk right there. You could have rolled a blunt on all kinds of shit. You rolling a blunt on
Why
the
did
carpet,
the story come?
bitch. And she was the one at the Ugly God one. And remember?
Yeah.
Remember he was like.
I talked to her kind of not that long
Wait,
ago.
what did he say? He said something about like,
like
bitches? Like he just said the word bitches and
He's
it was
like,
mad funny. I can't remember.
like these bitches on the stairs or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, y'all
Is that-
bitches, huh?
Is
I
that
forget what he said.
is that how like Stair Girl or like
Yes.
whatever came about?
You forget you weren't around in the downtown spot. We had a staircase. So like, now people would just sit on the couches. We had the stairs and we would be, obviously we're trying to be cool. We bring girls in even though we're making them be completely silent while
For
we're
like
recording.
2 hours,
And so the girls, there would be like, you would look up, you see 4 or 5 mid-ass girls
Mid,
sitting on
very
the stairs.
and they were
Start
Stair
calling them
Girls.
stair girls.
They were Stair Girls.
And you wouldn't want to stare at them.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to stare at him.
And then they start talking, and you like, bitch, shut the fuck up. And you throw
Shut up!
He's like, throw a
Stop tapping the table!
throw a Modelo out their head.
Yes.
So
No, phone.
Fucking
No.
whip a beer bottle.
Now
at a
you
girl.
said they say you like white girls, right?
that's not
I'm
true.
in love
No,
with
no.
a white girl.
No, I'm saying imagine the girl. You said, oh, my ex is Ariana Grande and
Like,
who's another
I
white
don't
girl
know.
popping?
Lady
If
Gaga
you used to
or
fuck
something.
Ariana Grande, how long are you gonna let it go before you tell
But I'm
every girl
saying
you start kicking
you
with
tell,
after that?
You tell the girl that says you like white girls that you got 2 lit white girls before her. It's gonna change the
Yeah,
whole
it's gonna change.
dynamic.
Am I the only one who watched the Ariana Grande documentary this weekend on Netflix?
Yes.
Yes.
Shit was mid. I didn't.
Why did you need?
Because
feel the need
it's
to watch
based
it?
on her fucking tour. It's like I don't want to watch your.
I
Fucking
thought it was about
tour.
her like being on iCarly or something.
No,
first.
no, it's modern.
That sounds way more interesting.
I don't know.
than-
no, it's not like a documentary about her whole life.
The
It's like
dark
mostly
side
about
of
her.
her.
The dark
iCarly.
side of her tour.
iCarly.
The dark side of Ariana
Dark
Grande.
side of Ariana Grande taking a shit in the morning.
You wouldn't take it to the next level.
Yo, I think I'm gonna take it to the next level right now and say I gotta go home and be a dad.
Me too.
So everybody, the best comment on this video will win a pack from OnSomeShit.com.
Can I take this? I need a water bottle.
You can take that. These water bottles are also available at OnSomeShit.com.
This is pretty cool. Who designed this?
One of many graphic designers.
I got
that
a
we work
black
with.
one and I've been drinking it a lot.
That's what she said. Thank you to everybody who watched this. It's been another delightful year, the year of 2020, one of the worst
Is this the
years
last episode of the year?
2020.
Yeah,
Yes, it
watch
is.
my shit tomorrow. For the
Watch
last,
AD.
yeah.
Tara. Tomorrow, who are you gonna have on?
I got Guap Dad coming tomorrow.
Guap Dad is a great
We
orator.
should have did like a full like year-end wrap-up of like
We tried that
reviewing.
before and it
was
wasn't that
terrible.
great. But
huh?
yo, shut up, Guap Dad. Even though Guap Dad, it's gonna be hard for him to leave Clubhouse for the night. I picture he don't even leave Clubhouse.
Nah, that's my boy.
Hey, I listened to Jay Prince Jr. tearing Joe Budden that new one.
It was
That some-
crazy, huh?
That was some press shit.
That shit was
yo,
crazy.
he was straight pressing him. You
Bro,
know,
I was
you
like,
know the
whoa.
thing that happens in an argument where you're like, you know what you did, right? And you're like, what did I do? You know what you did.
Bro,
It's
I
like,
don't
you
know
know
what-
what you did.
I don't know what could I
Admit
did,
it.
but
Admit
I was
you know
like,
what you
Junior
did.
was hot.
But you
girl.
ever had somebody try to press somebody like that in front
I
of you,
hate
like
that.
over and over, like they won't tell you what you did to fuck up?
Just
Yeah.
nobody
But
press me
pressing-
like that. You're gonna get a blammy to the head.
Yeah, like that shit's so stupid.
I feel like
bitches be pressing me.
Joe Budden,
with shit
like,
like that.
yo, he should have had his security guard just hop on the clubhouse and
For
be like,
what?
hey,
What's that gonna
take
do?
a step back, take a step back.
What's
Please
that had a
move away from my
security guard?
client.
What's that going to do? But that
That's the
don't-
problem with Clubhouse.
No,
your
but
security
that-
guards are
listen,
relevant.
Listen, and this is why I haven't been on Clubhouse like that because I'm
security
waiting for a
guards are
nigga to
relevant.
say something stupid.
Yo, I got a new app, Treehouse. It's exactly like Clubhouse, but we smoke mad trees.
That's so stupid.
There, I'm for real. Hit me if you want to invest. Like, comment, subscribe, drop a comment.
What about the Sea House?
Awesomeshit.com. And we built the Sea House. Woo! See it?